buonasera tutti, good evening.
I had nothing fucked to say at the start of this stream, which is
And
really
there it is.
disappointing.
You're kind of doing it now, though.
Yep.
By proxy.
Welcome, everyone.
Oh no, I've exposed myself. What will I do?
And there's another quote. So, welcome,
Cover up.
everyone, to
Shut the fuck up. You guys suck.
Fate's Grip, Campaign 3, Episode 29, Backward. So, hi, everyone.
No ban Emily command. Don't, stop that.
What is Bane-Malie? Bane-Malie? Interesting.
Fucking hell, Declan's in the chat. Quick, everyone scatter.
Yeah.
Hello, Declan.
Hello, Declan.
I'm not opposed to you joining us.
No, neither am I.
I did spend all morning trying to convince Declan to relocate to a time zone where we could actually
Jeannie,
do
how
some
can I
stuff.
help you? And welcome. It's lovely for you to be watching. Arctic Guy, what the hell are you doing?
Hey, welcome.
Here, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks
You're
for
very
hanging out.
kind. I will
48 months NVC. That's actually cool.
absolutely try, and thank you so much for the sub as well, MVC. That is super, super kind. Is what it says. Nice, yeah, fair. What? Oh, Dubda.
Divorce is pending. Excellent.
Oh dear.
It's okay. I'll let you marry Ben.
Get in line.
You live in this time zone. Declan doesn't.
Oh, okay. So what are you saying? You can marry him before, and then like
So I can have multiple
there is
marriages
more
in different
benefits
countries.
for Declan marrying.
more Ben if it's.
Oh.
Shit.
Look, we're gonna get right.
Anyway, I have a
into
brain
some-
freeze.
Ugh. We're gonna get into some while you suck your thumb.
Very
get into
curious.
some shout outs. We are on YouTube. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify.
Oh.
Get yourselves listening and watching us if you would like. Uploaded all the stuff. Get in there and say hi. Like us, follow us, lurk, and we appreciate everything. Everyone that is here. So thank you over the last week for the follows as well. Goes back to a drink once she deals with a brain freeze. Yes, like a foot, oh, sorry, I think I said like a foot. Yeah. We also have a Ko-fi, so if you'd like to pick up Fate's Grip with our Ko-fi and donate if you would like as well. And we really appreciate you. We are without two of our team this evening.
Wait, what the fuck?
Sheldon is getting graduated, so he's doing his graduation ceremony this evening, so congratulations.
Finally. Preschool.
Yep.
Wow.
And unfortunately, Ginny can't be with us, but she's on
About to go on a whirlwind
About to?
adventure.
On the way to
so-
become a grease method.
What? What is happening?
She may not come back with all of her bones intact. She'll be slipping and sliding in that grease.
What is happening? Can we? I thought I was the fucked up one.
Grease.
No, I get it. It's just weird. Excellent.
She might get viruses over there, with the Trojans.
Jeannie, please stand up. Stop sitting on the shower floor.
What?
We usually speak when you're doing this. I don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
Hey, shout outs. Fuck. We got a few. Hey, if you didn't catch the Castles and finale, you can go, mid-season finale. You can go back and do that. Hang out. Go see some stuff happen that's important that we can't spoil on the stream. But hey, this weekend, you got shit on your face.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Oh, wait, that's just your face.
Yeah. Oh, wait, it was your face the whole time.
This weekend is the Day Dungeon Drive over on Day Dungeon. You can go and donate here. And you can help out if you want to help me out in a mission to ally with Erin from Let's Roll for Dragons. We've created an alliance called Smoochers Not Stabbings, in which we've decided that we will gang up on Promethean at any point in time and just kill the fuck out of him in the PvP versus combat thing. We're not actually facing him at the moment, but if we get through the fights, one of us inevitably has to face him. So if you can donate to me and Erin, or because I'm not a total asshole, you can go donate to Promethean as well. If you'd prefer to see me and Erin get our asses kicked. You know, that's a thing you can do. All the funds are going to PCRF, and there's a bunch of different milestones that you can donate towards. If we get to if they get to $4,000 donations. Hi, Gloria. I love you. Hope you're doing good.
Oh, that was nice.
If they get to $4,000, I'm getting a tattoo of a quote between me and Declan. If they get to $5,000, I'm getting that same quote, but I'm also going to get the logo for Date Dungeon because I have no respect for myself or my body. And aside from that, I don't know if I have anything else to shout out, which is... Oh, Cloud Kill. Cloud Kill clothing. Hey, you want to go wear some clothes and you want them to be cool as fuck? You can go check out Cloud Kill clothing. You know, Connor's a really good dude. Makes some really cool merch. Go check it out. Speaking of merch, we also have merch. You can go check it out on that link. Fuck, there's someone else. Ravens Ridge Emporium. You can go and check out Ravens Ridge Emporium for some fucking cool shit. They have potions. They have Cartograph, which is their Kickstarter RPG that they have just released as well. It's very fucking cool. They make dice. They do a lot of really cool stuff. So yeah, go check them out. Have fun. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway.
Gloria, Gloria,
Wait.
don't you think about it, Gloria?
Okay, well for
Think
that,
you got your
Gloria
areas.
gets a shout out.
Sorry.
That was
yeah,
beautiful. Thanks for that. I too miss castle-thinning.
I'm glad you're ready to grip fate. Let's roll, Dragon.
What's
Grip
Aaron?
that fate.
Fantastic.
I'm also going to shout out Aaron when I...
So sorry, Dubda. So sorry. Not. Okay. Ready to roll some dice and some
Cool down.
cooldown. Shall
Who's
we?
cooling down?
Me.
Boom.
Shakalaka.
Let's get into this session. I think,
Are we here to play D&D?
We're
Let's
here-
do it.
or fight. So,
What?
oh yeah, Arctic, of course.
I believe it's in the overlay, so you should be able to see it there.
Overlay.
We also have a little rolling video that should pop up. I believe I've set up... Have I set up the things?
But since you asked, I'm a tiefling cleric,
Have I set up?
and
I
my
haven't
name
set
is
them up.
Locke, which I'm sitting underneath in the card.
yes.
Shut up, Declan.
I'm a shifter rogue. A little shifty rogue.
I'm a changeling gunslinger.
Nice. Amazing.
Time
And
to be alive.
Unless you're slinging
our
them guns.
other party members, dwarf wizard and half elf druid, in memoriam, respect. So let's
What?
get into it.
Is
Last
everyone
you
okay?
left off.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, Locke, really,
After
calm
meeting
down.
Renly and finding out a little bit more about Avaroth and the Wanderers, these a fairly powerful organization of travelers and mail senders, you were guided to the graveyard outside of town where the girl in a white dress led you, though she seemed to be under the magical powers of this Lord Derez, who watched on as you fought undead beings. He led you to believe he was experimenting on undead to create an army. You spoke
Not
to...
sitting in the right spot.
That's right. You spoke to then one of the dead who answered some questions for you, a bit perhaps vaguely, and you made your way back to the town to find out your next moves. So, it is still night, and you arrive back from the town, soaked in blood.
Hot.
You look down for just a moment, and you see yourselves. It hurt, obviously, dried blood because you had been somewhat injured in the battle
I didn't get injured at all.
with the. I said somewhat. Sometimes, some of you, and through healing and words of power, you're almost, or some of you are somewhat healed. Others fully.
I'm second winded. I'm good.
Yeah. So, it is late in the evening. You left Lord Dorez, and you ignited the graveyard. You can hear
Hold on.
the crackling.
Annalise ignited the
Annalise
graveyard.
ignited the graveyard with the help of Lila, who brought over bits of kindle for the
Lila's
flame.
getting loose lately.
Huh?
Lila's getting loose lately.
Yeah. So, as you smell the acrid smoke of the flames behind you, you're back in the town. People are coming into the front of the town, the thin walls of the palisade, if you will, the stakes in the ground of wooden posts that have been sharpened up, and they take a look outside and see what the hell is going on, and they see the graveyard aflame, and some of them rush forth, wailing. You don't quite understand why. Perhaps loved ones
Cannot speak whale.
their bones burnt of
Campaigning
their
to
loved
stop
ones,
Wow.
ignoring their cries of anguish. You walk past them,
Hello, soul.
back into town. There are a few guards here and there, a lot of Renly's crew of the Wanderers, hither and thither, and you can do what you will, though you are quite tired from the battle. What would you like to do?
I would like to bathe. I don't feel good with all this blood all over me.
Yeah, my fur gets kind of shitty when this happens.
Right, I think that was what we were going to do until that ghostly apparition showed up, so perhaps we should return back to the tavern.
Oh yeah, we have rooms,
Yeah.
right?
And let
The NPC off to the side is like,
No, that's Lila.
all right.
let the city guard deal with the rest of the cleanup.
Well, yes, we don't get paid enough to do that. So wait, I'm not getting paid anymore.
No, not since Maury.
Yes,
I wonder if he's having a better time than us.
very likely, very likely.
He deserves it. I hope so.
What?
Ivor, are you going to go and talk to Renly and give her all that pertinent information that you remember?
Yeah, I'm on my way. And he heads off.
I will assume that you have done that then.
Good night, Arctic Guy.
Goodbye.
Thanks for hanging out.
And thanks for hanging out. You watch as Ivor beelines it for that large factory or the large building towards the center of town, and he passes by a crowd and is out of sight. Lila says,
As he leaves on
Yes.
this quote, don't do your usual and forget everything and don't tell them the right stuff.
"I got this." And Ivor disappears, and Lila says, "I'm to bed
I'll fill her
after."
in later.
I am to bed after a wash, so I'll meet you all. Well, I'll see you all in the morning.
Yeah, I guess. You're not going to have something to eat?
Nah,
We already did.
I could use some more food after that fight.
I can't. I'm a bit
Took a
out
bit of a toll on my energy.
out of sorts from the bones and the skeletons. It caused me a little bit of.
Doesn't make you hungry after a fight?
Yes, yeah, it does. Just destroying bones and seeing bodies with their organs not in there anymore. Ugh.
Why do you have to make it so visual? I don't need you to repeat that.
That's what I saw.
We were all there. We all saw it. You don't need to describe it.
I'm answering the question that
He
was
was
put to me.
there.
But
He
I'm just
saw
answering
it.
the question.
Yes.
So next
less.
time you'd like me to say,
Just
I'm,
less.
I'm not hungry.
No, that's what? I'm going to bed.
You can answer any way that you want, Delilah. It's fine.
I'm going to
The
bed.
ooze that came out of the... No, she laughs at that. And she's
Ew. I'm going to bathe and go to bed. Good.
All right. Well, I
Good
might stay
night.
up for a...
Good night. No.
for a Nightshade Ale and check out what this equipment was. DM question. I may have had a typo. I got metal greaves and brown untouched something.
Yes, that was.
I thought it was a book, but I don't.
Actually,
Yes, the book.
Speaking
It was
of
a book.
books, I believe
Yep.
I gave you mine, so I need to send that to you.
Which book?
That I got from the library.
Oh, the.
Yes.
Remind me what that was.
No, you haven't read it yet, so it's fine.
Yes.
I'll check that title out later then.
Lila also beelines it back
See you later.
to the inn that you had initially been in. Haha, inn. And then are you going to follow suit or do something different?
Is there anything you want to do, Rin?
What's that, Locke? You want to spend all your time identifying all the shit I've been collecting?
Yeah, I can do that. Provide me with ale and I'll do that.
Yeah, all right.
And maybe some snacks.
Anything else I can get you?
Well, it depends. How many things you want me to identify?
Well, I have a zombie gold necklace. I have this spear that I don't really know what it is. I tried yelling things during that fight.
Oh, yes, that one. How did it feel? It looks pretty impressive. I didn't. I like the theatrics, but I didn't notice any. Did I see any magical-ness come from it?
You didn't notice any magic coming from that spear. No, it was
I think-
quite mundane. Even after the bellows and the announcements that Rin proclaimed.
The true power was yielding your martial prowess, channeled through a song of war cries.
Yeah, I don't know. But I swear, I heard animals in there when it got given to me.
I do too.
Well, I also have this thing that I wrote down in my inventory called a skin pouch with rusty old coins.
Skin pouch. That sounds exciting. Which will like rusty old coins to add.
Yes, I can't really. I think I got that from the zombies, maybe. I also,
Yes.
You still didn't tell me what those the necklace and the ring that I stole off Matron Rose do.
Matron Rose. I actually don't think I actually identified them.
Yeah, I know. I asked you like 10 times. You never did it.
Roses, a necklace and a ring.
Yeah, they're like got the pink rhombus in them.
Rhombus.
Yes, like this gem in the shape of a rhombus.
Rhombus. Good.
What else do I
It's
have?
gonna be a long night.
I also had this great axe that I put zombie, so I'm pretty sure I got that off that big zombie.
Great axe from Zombie. Is there any of this stuff that he was showing to me that I can just quickly go, that's actually like just a bit of equipment?
Making an Arcana check.
Just a kind of.
Before you check that, I'll throw this in there, and it's a cudgel that I also stole from Matron Rose.
Fucking hell.
A cuddle?
Cudgel.
Cuddle. I stole a hug.
little hug.
I was feeling lonely
I
and
don't-
vulnerable. I just
Right.
needed someone
And
to hold me.
also I have 2 zombie scimitars.
Two zombie.
Two zombie cementars.
Fuck. Where are my keys? I'm coming. No, that's the wrong one. That's your keys.
Yeah.
These are my keys.
Oh, and if you're really
Two-
going for it, I
two-
don't think these are magical, but I took
No, I don't want that.
I took 2 daggers from the Emerald Claw people and an Emerald Claw cloak. I thought maybe if we need to disguise ourselves or something, they come in handy.
From Emerald, Claw, and Cloak. That's quite the inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's,
Just
I'm
send
gonna
it
need some beers. That's at least an hour and a half.
How many
to spend on that?
This is identify spell.
Yeah, if I do it as ritual, it's 10 minutes per.
Yes, so you are going to just
Yeah.
go through the lot.
Yeah, remember when I had to do this all last campaign?
Okay, we're gonna need about an hour and a half to discuss every single item.
So yeah, is there?
It's a shopping episode, hey?
I fucking hate that.
Oh, I guess we'll head into the tavern as we're having this conversation. Are you still with us, or have you?
No, Not if you guys stop to unload 10 bits of equipment. I was going to shower and go to bed.
Well, I'd imagine you'd be telling me about it when we sit down. You can pull it out and I'll see if I... Yeah, is there anything that I can just know off of looking at it?
Arcana.
Yeah, cool.
I'll touch you on the shoulder. You got this. It does nothing to your right.
Nice.
And I'll walk up to the bar and
Where's my 1d4?
I guess I'll put a gold bar on the counter and ask for 2 drinks and some snacks.
The gold bar hardly touches the counter as the halfling whips it away and provides two drinks and some snacks. Biscuits. She does say, "This will be for the night, and you are welcome to stay for the week."
Do I see him put the gold bar down?
Yep, but you as quickly see it disappear.
But change there, maybe?
No, I don't need to change. I'll stay the same.
No, oh my god.
Just walk back to
That's
the-
200. You do realise how much money you just took off of him.
It was given.
Yeah, don't yell at her. She wipes different.
Yeah, God, I hope some of her parents are in
I scrunch.
Sorry, a 9 and an 8. 9 is 18, so 17, and a 3 is 20.
A 20. Okay. The feeling you get with all of these are quite mundane. None of them seem like they have a feeling of magic within. The book is different. This brown book is simple in its appearance, but when you look at it a bit more closely, though you can't, with identify you'd be able to be a bit more specific, but this does look like it. There's a shimmer of something circular that shines through the front of the book, the cover. It's quite a thick cover, and it is magic. So it likely had. Sorry, let's roll for Jangers did that. It's very likely magical in some effect. It looks
So
like
confused.
there's what seems to be the circle with a few hands, like multiple clocks or multiple analog clocks have been depicted over the top of each other, basically. And so these hands show different times, though they're not moving or anything. They're just there. You find you also can't open the book.
Definitely magical. I'll put that to the side.
Everything else seems to be fairly mundane. Cloaks, jewelry, cudgel, axe. None of them, as far as you can tell, have any magical properties.
Skin pouch, rusty coins.
What the fuck?
That's what was described to me.
Hydrate. Hey, D20. Welcome. Hey, everybody.
Can I take the coins out and check them?
Yeah, you open up this pouch, you take out these coins. Rusted, as though it's been at the bottom of a lake for a long time, or at least in contact with some sort of liquid. There's these fumes of acrid, almost just rotten smell, as though they've been shoved into a liver and kept there for days. When you see them, they look rusted. They look like they're that reddish hue. And you can see some holes in between, as though that just time has eaten away at them. And they just look like normal Corvarian coins.
Without being too suspicious about it, if they are looking like normal Corvarian coins, do Corvarian coins rust over a period of time, or are they made different? So for reasons of trade.
Some of them are gold plated. These look like they are metal in their appearance and not gold. So yeah, certain ones will, certain won't, depending on what metal they're made of.
No.
These ones look quite nondescript and quite not very valuable.
So I don't even pick up anything from the spear?
Nope.
Okay.
From your Arcana check, correct. This is just a bit of a look over. You'd have to cast Identify to find out anything more if you want to be more specific. There is a point of difference there.
Well, I would add the spear in there just because I know what happened there. And the metal greaves.
They're polished new, as though they've never been touched before, which is a little odd to find in a graveyard full of dirt and grime and mud. So that was a little unusual to you, but you don't gather without spell casting. You don't gather anything particularly special about them. They're just clean and new.
Matron Rose. Okay, I guess with what I've picked up, the obvious ones, the weapons, the axe, the daggers from the Emerald Claw, they don't look any different.
The Emerald Claw ones do. I mean, they look quite valuable. The handle has an inlay, like almost a line of tiny emeralds that run up the handle. Otherwise, it's a quite nice metal. They'd be valuable, but you don't know if they're magical. They don't look anything particularly magically inclined.
And the cloak as well.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Quite mundane.
I guess just because I knew the scimitars and the great axe just seem like
That they've been pulled out from the earth by these creatures of undead.
so I don't think they're worth. Obviously, to a blacksmith, perhaps you could get some gold for it. The skin pouch with rusty coins. I have no idea what that is. I mean, hold on to it. We can have a look at it later.
Do you want me to hold on to the skin pouch?
Yeah, I've got some acid somewhere. Maybe I could clean these up. The cudgel appears just to be, again, a generalized weapon.
Ben's the DM now.
But I could spend some time on the spear, the daggers, just in case. If anything, they look like they're expensive.
Yeah, I really only kept them in case, like, we had to pretend we were envelope or something.
And maybe the cloak as well. So, and obviously, I'm a bit weirded out. I didn't pick up anything from the spear itself. But everything else there, other than those 5-6 things. I'll check out Matron Rose's necklace and rings, just because we know that she's magical. Likelihood of that, I guess, would be high. If not, they might be worth a bit of money. So we'll drop it down from about 9 to 7 things. I'll check.
Yep. Cool.
So that's about an hour and 10 minutes.
Yep.
All right, well, I have a beer each for us and some snacks.
Okay.
I've only got 3 gold bars left, though, so you can you can only have 3 more beers tonight.
Who's that gnome or halfling? I didn't quite catch them.
I don't know, I think she works here.
Yeah, you might want to just rack up an IOU with her. She said she'd be paying for everything for the next 7 days. If my ears
You heard right.
Yeah.
I thought she just liked us, as like, you can hang out here for
Oh, she likes us. She definitely likes us. And then some. I'd have to check out her property worth after this. All right, well, I guess I'll have at it. And I don't know if you just want to do a shoot through or...
Yep, will do.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so you spend a good portion of the rest of your evening, well, a little bit of a portion, going through and identifying. You're doing so in your own room or in the public area? Where exactly are you identifying these items by ritual?
Because, you know, identify gets pretty loud.
Yeah.
What are you?
I don't know, somewhere...
Yeah.
Is there guards in here? Like, just general security?
A couple, but they look like private security. They don't look like of the town.
Hired by the venue?
Looks like it, yeah. Private
Are they worried about...
Are they fucking bouncers?
Blood?
What are they?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Basically, the ones
worried
are...
about the blood that I'm covered in?
No, they actually don't seem completely They don't seem to
gold
completely
bug is
ignore
just
you.
Shit.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. Go. There's a horse's trough outside. Perhaps you should just splash.
Yeah, all right.
Literal bathing quarters here.
I guess I'll find somewhere where there might be guard situation in case someone tries to disturb us while we're trying to identify. Unless you want to go upstairs.
I don't care, but the beers are down here.
Yeah, all right. Let's do it here.
And I'll go outside briefly and splish a bit of water in.
Oh my god.
All right. The water is
Travel with smelly people.
travelled water of horses. There's some residue or some things or solid pieces of whatnot, a bit smelly at the bottom, a bit murky, but it does a job. Yep.
Cool.
You are soaked through.
I guess as a shifter I do.
Yep. Yeah. Nice. Shake it off. All right. You're identifying. You're staying with, or are you?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. I guess I'll keep perusing that Sylvan book because I can read. And keep going with that.
Cool. All right. And you're in bed currently, and you've had a bath.
I definitely need to be so clean.
Yeah, it is. You take your time.
Yeah.
The water runs warm. It's not pleasant. It's not hot, but it's something. And you dry, you change, and you are comfortably.
Yeah, I
abed.
got the shit kicked out of me. I'm going to bed.
Yep. Lovely. All right.
Like literally, someone was like trying to gutter stomp me. Excellent.
I saved you from it.
Did you? Oh, I thought I did.
Yeah, I guess. However,
Okay.
so we're doing.
Could you just triple check which ones you're identifying, please?
Yeah, so Matron Rose's necklace and ring
Yeah.
with the rhombus.
Pink rhombus.
Pink rhombus. So that's 2. Spear. 2 daggers.
2 daggers. The emerald claw ones.
Yeah.
Yep. They come up as nothing.
Okay, there you go. They're expensive.
Yeah, you don't know how much they're worth, but they are worth more than
Maybe.
certainly more than a dagger.
The cloak,
Yeah.
the greaves, Rin spear,
Yep.
and then I'll do the book too.
Book. Okay. So the 2 I'll give you now, and the others I'll give you a little later. Are the greaves and the 3 I'll give you now. Spear, greaves, and book. So you have a bit of a look through the spear as you hold it and have it on the table before you. You do, as though there's an echo of a dream that follows you, as though you're in some sort of zoo or arena where animals are roaring and trumpeting and galloping. The spear, it glows with a white and green glow as you hold it and identify this weapon. But as it glows, it almost disappears in your hands as well, which is the odd thing. And you identify the spear as a +1 spear, so it is a masterwork spear. But you identify it also as something that allows the user to almost adopt traits from an animal of its choosing once a day when concentrating on the spear for an hour.
Any animal, or would it be? I heard him repeat 3. Was it just
3.
the 3? Adopt traits from the 3 animals.
Lion, bear, eagle.
I wouldn't really be able to tell him what those were, would I?
No.
Maybe that's just.
You hear those animals in particular screech and roar out at you, but you can't identify them specifically.
Okay.
That's the spear. The greaves give you +1 armor,
You.
so it's a +1 to your armor class for greaves. And then the book. The book still does not open. But you understand this book is simply volume 1 of the Book of Time. There is no author. But there are many authors. There's no one author, but there are a few names that are familiar to you in your wizardy travels, in your magical travels.
In your wizardy travel.
Magical travels, both divine and arcane, and others that you don't recognize. It seems as though some of the authors that have written in this book by their own hand include Bigby and Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
Though the book is still unable to be opened. Though the cover now shows a much brighter, much more detailed analog clock. Diamonds, tiny diamonds, stud this cover and make up the picture of many clocks and many hands. And now the hands start to tick and move, some forwards and some backwards, and some stay still. You count 10 hands in total, different shapes as well, but they all seem to move, or most of them seem to move in one or the other direction. Some more slowly than others, not particularly those that are saved to the moment in time you're currently living in. But it certainly does look like there are pages. Sometimes when you look at the book, it looks like there are only a few pages, but other times there are 40, sometimes 100. The book doesn't get thicker or thinner. It just looks like there seems to be more or less, depending on how often or how much you look at it.
Perplexing. Have we been going for the full, I guess, 70 minutes at that point?
Yes.
Ring and neck. Oh no, you said you were. I can't get those on. Yes, yeah.
Sorry. I can tell you the ring. Apologies.
Okay.
The ring, looking at it, it looks like it has this gemstone that you look at it a bit more closely, and appearing within the gem itself looks like it's a small worm that seems to be crawling, this light purple thin worm, and you identify this as an earworm.
Ew. Ew.
An earworm.
With this, and I'll send you a picture of this. This ring can offer.
Oh, I thought you meant of the earworm.
This ring can offer certain spells to be able to be cast. I'll send you a picture of this now.
Insects.
Earworm ring.
Hate them. Yucky.
Do you want an earworm ring?
I've got worms in my ring.
The cloak. Sorry, I do have these. The cloak is a cloak of blur.
Oh, dope.
Once a day, you can cast blur.
Bleh.
Excellent.
And the necklace, or you want me to leave that?
Oh goodness. Yes, the necklace is there. It has a small I'll send you actually what this. It has a small shard of glass within. I'll send you what this shard offers as well. And it's considered a spell shard, so I'll send you all of those. There you are.
Dope. Well, it turns out your spear's not just a spear.
Yeah, I know, my god gave it to me.
He didn't tell you what it does?
No, he doesn't tell me much.
Yes, well. Well, it is a mastercrafted spear, if you did not know. It is a plus to your armory, which defines as a +1 spear, which I think is +1 to hit and +1 to damage. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
correct.
Yeah.
+1 to hit and damage.
As far as I can tell, I don't know how you would do this. Perhaps this is between you and your god. There are 3 animals that are trapped inside. I can hear them almost being wanted to be willed outside of the spear. I don't know how you're going to focus that, but perhaps you have to attune to it. You've been only using it for a day thus far, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, just yelling it in the middle of battle didn't work.
I mean, maybe it was. We just didn't realize it. Do I know if he has to attune to it?
Yes, you do.
Do I know how many days that would take for him?
It would take 3 hours.
3 hours. You might almost be attuned. I don't know.
Is this something I can look for in D&D Beyond, or is this a...
No, this is makeshift.
Alright.
But yeah, no, that's all I could decipher from that. Your ring, I'm going to need to read up on a little bit, but it definitely has some magical properties. You see the little worm inside of it?
Yeah, the little ringworm.
Yeah, ringworm. And also the necklace does too, but I'll have to take a 10-minute break to read that and figure that out for you. The cloak could be quite useful for you, actually, or someone else. It's a cloak of blur, so once per day. Bleh.
Cordon bleu.
You can almost shift in a way that is going to make you that much more difficult to be hit, if I remember blur correctly.
Yes.
Which might be quite valuable for you and your talents. Or even maybe Kalani.
Yes.
What else? The book is somewhat intriguing. I think I might have to spend some more time on understanding that. And the graves I might keep for myself. Might just bolster my resolve a bit more in battle. That's all I got.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess I'll find out from you what the necklace and the ring do later.
I'll give them back to you, and and yeah, I'll read that.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I'll have to. There's a bit there to read. I'll have to tell you
Yeah.
later.
Just send it to me.
Yeah, true. All right. How are you? Another beer, or should we top this for tonight?
You've had unending beers have arrived, so you've had a good 5 or 6 of them since, and going and it's and some you've had your fill. You're both a little tipsy, but nothing to cause you to fall asleep on the spot. But you both are quite merry.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, do you know about like the gods? Do you know about like the bad gods?
Yeah, yes, I do. You should know about them.
Have you ever heard of one called the Devourer?
He sounds hungry. Have I?
You can make your own religion check to see how much you know.
Religion. I can't try myself.
If you roll low, you'll be losing your religion.
Ah.
Yes. Ha.
14 and 8 will be 22.
You do know.
Or 24.
Oh, no, you don't. No.
With my extra 2.
You do know a fair bit about the Devourer. One that has a depiction of actually crisscross of sharpened bones as its emblem. It's part of the Dark Six of the pantheon of gods, of evil gods, or those are what people have identified them as. And he is the brother of Arroway and Balinor. It's interesting. You've seen depictions of the Devourer being portrayed as a human, or even a merfolk, like a Sohorgan, one of the evil mer creatures that have coral fortresses underwater. Even sometimes he is depicted as like a huge shark or a dragon turtle, one of the massive, gigantic, tiny islands that move and are actually creatures. It's one of the Dark Six, and he represents a raw power of nature, one that disrupts nature, and a lot of sailors, a lot of the sea, I guess, denizens worship the Devourer. This lizard folk, things like that. And yeah, very much a creature of storms, for like destructive storms, destructive tidal waves, things like that. A lot of, whenever something like that were to happen, people would think of the Devourer as the cause.
Okay. Can I just impart
Yes,
that information straight out?
No, word for word.
Yeah. Verbatim.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I know.
How old are you?
You know too much.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Not that old for a tiefling.
How long do tieflings live for?
Same amount as humans,
Okay.
roughly.
Well, this book that I've been reading, it's talking about the Devourer like it's a historical thing that happened in the Aldine Reaches. But my grandparents never told me about this. I'm assuming it's like older.
I guess in what context is the book describing the Devourer in comparison to what I just told you?
Well, that makes a lot of sense because it's written by this guy named Dalindor, who was a druid in the Aldine Reaches. Then it kind of talks about pretty much similar to what I've been seeing in the forest with the corruption, and it's why the Fae became more reclusive and don't sort of hang out with the regular people anymore.
Aldine Reaches. The Aldine Reaches don't. Oh, it does. There is water
North
north of it, isn't there?
North, there be water in the northern edges of the Eldine Reaches. Yes.
The Aldine Bay.
Yep, you've got it. And there's also Lake Gallifar.
I mean, would you?
There's also that massive lake to the south,
actually
east of it.
To Aldine Reaches.
So there's this.
Aldine Bay.
Yeah, it's Hug, and then the Silver Lake is on the border as well, south of Lake Gallifar. Plenty of water around.
Apparently, by nature, would it make sense that if there were these people or creatures residing in the area, they'd be closer to water?
Yes.
Yeah.
Potentially, yes.
But, I would guess.
Well, yeah. Look, you would guess quite accurately in that regard. Yep.
Because I doubt they would come far north from the Demon Wastes, right?
Oh no! You would more unlikely see creatures coming over from the Demon Wastes.
desert, yeah.
More so the lakes and the bay in the north.
I mean, do your people spend much time near Eldine Bay, or I'm not familiar myself with Lake Galliffer, but I believe the river from there runs into that area. Or was there any corruptions in Duskwood or the Eldrine Groves?
Well, I don't know. We're not really in that part. I'd never left the village until like the day that I left. But we're more down over on the mountain range at the Bayeshk Mountains.
Tobias Mountains?
Bayeshk.
Bayeshk.
So that runs on the southwest, through just past the Towering Wood and the Gloaming. So you would gather that the Silver Lake might be the closest massive body of water.
All right, and it runs into that too.
There's the Grithic River near a town called Yerlag, but it doesn't run through the mountains. The mountains would have their own river system that you can't see on the map.
Do your tribes people... Are there more than one tribe inside the Eldine Reaches that you're aware of?
I don't know. There might be. I only ever knew about mine. But Annalise said that she's from there. Maybe she knows about this Talendor.
Oh, possibly.
I don't know what race he was. Maybe he's still alive.
Where was he?
Well, he's the one who wrote
the book. Right.
But he's talking about the Devourer and its minions, and also the Fae. There's a bunch of them called the Altered, because they had to change themselves to try
Like
and escape.
permanently?
Well, by the sounds of it.
I mean, I don't think I would know because I haven't spent that much time that far north. I wouldn't have heard that name before.
No.
Yeah, well, the place I told you about, the Gloaming, that's kind of like to the west of where my tribe's village is. And I guess it's getting closer to Lake Galliffer.
Yeah. I don't know, perhaps we should investigate that. Have you heard any word from your kin since we've been travelling for the last month or so?
No, I haven't heard from them since I left.
Yeah.
I don't know. My wife's probably getting worried.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Have you got a wife?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't really like her that way, but I guess.
What is your definition of a wife then?
Well, I don't know. You would probably call it like maybe more like a fiance or something, but I mean, my grandparents and her parents kind of agreed that we were bonded, so they probably consider her my wife.
I'm gonna like look around on the table and go, how many beers did I have? Have I missed this?
This is definitely the first time you've heard of it.
Yeah, okay. Maybe you should probably, next time Ivor shows up, maybe send her a letter. I'm sure she would appreciate that.
I don't know. Would you get it? I'd never seen any, like, even another race until I left.
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't send one. I've never met her before, but it's a start, at least. We're quite some time away from that area. It would take us, that'd take us, even by airship, months to get to, right?
Yeah, at the very least, weeks.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the 12 will show up again at some point. Perhaps they could send a message there.
I mean, I can try with either.
Yeah.
I think he already got like angry at Kailani for not giving enough details. So
Yeah. Interesting. Is there... Perhaps we should check up on local news. There might be something coming out of the Shan Chronicle. It's a bit hard to tell, considering what's been happening to us the last few days.
well, don't know. I'd always find it difficult to like know who to trust and whatnot. But that Lord Durez guy,
Oh my god, I want to kill him.
yeah, I know it is very, very fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But
Do you think he's just still sat there in the tomb?
hopefully he's on fire. But the way that cockroach seemed to like pop up everywhere, I doubt he's been taken care of.
Yes.
But I don't know. It seems like he's pretty hell bent on I don't know, using zombies on the people. Hopefully, Ivor is passing that information on to Renly. She seems like she probably will be more action based.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The only thing I can think of is he wanted us to kill that Volan, that House Sivis guy. And I did find out that he was at one point a necromancer as well. So I don't know if the 12 are to be trusted, but maybe that is someone who should probably know about it. But
Do we know where Volan is?
Last you were told, or at least just because he is a gnome, he and what he represents, which is House Civis, he would sometimes be found, and this is just news and hearsay, in Zalago, the south, far south. Though he does travel for diplomatic purposes, like all the other members of the 12, his home or abode or main office would be in Zalago, the country of gnomes.
Sorry, did I miss it? He's a part of the 12, is he?
Yep.
what do you think of that 12?
I don't rightly know, to be honest. I have studied their history in regards to some of their prowess and achievements, but I must admit, after seeing what we saw in Vedica and the disjointedness of their operations is somewhat worrying.
Like, I'd find it hard to know who to trust, because, like, Fraser was supposed to be like this, like, ultra hero who saved the world. And, how good is he? But, like, Ivor seems to think he's a bit of a putz. And a couple of other people have said, like, oh, Fraser, he's my older self and he's keeping me captive. And
I mean, it's worrying as also that they've asked us to kill someone from the 12. Like, forgive me, I'm not challenging you or Kalani or anybody else in this group, but from what I'm to understand, that was no small task. They've routed small armies before on their own, let alone the 4 or 5 of us.
yeah.
Like, I don't understand quite what we were to do if we had to contest them in an open fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I'm glad that whatever that thing was in our dreams erased that stuff on the back of my eyes.
Yes.
But I don't know. I kind of feel like I blurt out all the information to them, but I don't know if it's right or not. Also, like, we saw their bones in, like, a necromancer crypt.
Yes, it's all very vague.
So, like, sometimes I, like, my brain goes a bit wild and I'm like, oh, they're necromancer zombies. But then maybe they're not.
And the ministry seemed to be overwhelmingly taken over by the Emerald Claw quite quickly.
Yeah, what was up to that?
I don't know. Perhaps these are some things that we should sleep on. I don't know, is Kalani still up, do you think?
Fuck off. It's been so long. There is no way I'm still
There are a couple of
awake.
hours there. She beat
No
the
way.
bed.
a really long
It
bath.
took you at least 70 minutes to identify all of those things. I've already bathed. I'm in bed.
You should get stuck in the tub.
Nope.
I don't know.
You don't get to decide that. I get to decide that.
I don't get to decide that.
Maybe she's like me and it takes like 2 hours to get to sleep because you're thinking about who's a zombie and who's not.
Yeah.
Let's go knock on her door and see.
No, I don't think she'd appreciate that. All right. Tomorrow then, what should we have a look at doing?
I don't know. I was hoping Ivor would like talk to his friends and stuff, but maybe he needs more time.
The follow-up from your letter that I read for you as well, was there not someone here that we needed to investigate?
No, that was back in Korth, and that's another thing that I don't know if me blurting it out was good or not, but the whole Prince, Emperor, Vampire guy, I told him about Alifik. But I don't know how much of that was true, what he was saying.
All right. I don't know, perhaps Kalani or Lila will have some ideas in the morning.
Why don't we tackle something simple? Like something we could nut out in a day. Like, let's, don't know, find someone who's getting bullied and go beat up their bullies or something.
I mean, we could...
Get a nice little feel-good win.
I mean, most of these places... I don't know.
Because, I mean, the last quest that we kind of got tasked, we just set it on fire.
Would I understand that these towns usually have like a news board or bounty board that looks like...
Oh, towns normally do. Yeah, you
would have like small odds and ends and jobs and
Yep.
things?
most likely.
All right. We could probably use some more coin, and we're going to be, which I know you don't have much of a concept of, but we do have this accommodation in place for the next week, so maybe we could establish this as a base of operations for a bit while we figure out what we need to do.
Yeah, right. I mean, I got all that other useless shit that I could probably offload.
Yeah. All right. I'm done.
All right. Well, thank you for looking into that.
Thanks for the company. Do I go get the room key, or do I already have one?
You already have one?
Cool.
So you can head off to the beds if you want to.
And yeah, I'll head to turn in
Okay.
for
Cool.
Xenite.
All right. You as well? Okay. And you've got the spear, Rin?
Yeah.
You've got the spear back?
Anything that he gave me, I would have gave back to him.
Okay,
so
cool. Yep.
I
Just
would've
make
given
sure
you back the-
inventory is
Yeah.
accurate in that regard. And
Sorry, that cloak, that was the
Blur.
Emerald Core one.
Yes, that was the Emerald Claw one.
Um,
So I gave back the cloak, necklace,
that's-
ring, and spear.
yeah, that cloak, is it like, does it identify you as an Emerald Core person, or is it just a cloak that I got off of it?
yeah, looking at it, there is on the very corners, on both corners of the cloak, which is this black deep, or like a deep forest green sheen. There are two emblems of the Emerald Claw on very, very small. The order of the Emerald Claw is there. That fiery hand of green does sit on the outside of these of the corners of this cloak.
Alright. Well, I guess just before going to bed, what I would do is find something so I can tuck that corner in
Okay.
and then pin it so that it's not
Yep.
outwardly visible, but still available to if I ever want to disguise myself or whatever.
Yeah, sure. You get those bits and pieces from the innkeeper. Yeah. Lovely.
I'll give her another gold bar. Tell you what, I'll give her that zombie gold necklace
All right.
in exchange.
Okay. Wide-eyed, she takes it, and you are all to bed. Okay. But your sleep is not peaceful.
You don't know that.
He quite literally does. He's the DM.
I used 2 pillows.
Oh, two. Sorry. Please be specific next time. Like a baby, which in that case is quite disrupted.
And I turned the fan on high.
You like your fan high? Yeah, okay. You all awaken. You awaken to sounds from outside your rooms. As you all wake up around the same amount of time, you hear a mixture of a humming sound coming from all around you, this low-pitched hum. You also understand that it's almost pitch black apart from a slight glow that's coming from outside your bedroom windows. We each have a window facing into the city itself. You don't hear anything else, just that hum and that glow. But the humming awakens you. The glow is warm in feeling, and that you all wake up sweating. And then you hear the humming just become almost like a buzzing sound then. Low and almost gets in your gut. Starts to shimmer around in there a little. Each of you sees this figure at the end of your beds. And all it says is, in no discerning voice that you recognize, test. And a hand in a cloak points out the window. The figure stays, doesn't move. The humming doesn't seem to be coming from them. Though a moment passes, and whatever figure was within that cloak is no longer, as the cloak itself becomes simply a cloak on the ground, as though it was holding something and now is not. Test.
1, 2.
What would you like to do?
I'll pick up the cloak and go, oh, Locke will enjoy identifying this later. It was pointing, sorry, where did it point?
Just out of the window.
Out of the window? Well, I guess I'll look out the window.
All right. Okay.
Same.
As you do,
Yeah, I'll be like stupid ghosts. I'll go up to the window.
cool. You see before you leave the town, you're on the second level, so you see over most of the town who is sleeping currently, looking up at the moon in this clear night. It's probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and the glow comes from the center building of the Wanderers, and you can see already that moment of when you're looking at that building reminds you very clearly and almost takes you back to the Stone Guard, where there is a fire that is currently burning the walls from the outside of the front of this establishment. And you can see just one singular person seemingly light these fires by magic, shooting from a hand in the distance, these fire bolts, and moving on around the building itself. No one seems to be noticing this.
So he's attacking. Is the building going up in flames, or
It's catching currently. It's almost at its infancy.
How far away?
It's 2 blocks away.
So it's, and we can see this person.
Yeah.
2 blocks away.
Yeah.
Do we get the sense that
it's
they're?
the glow.
I was going to say, do we get the sense that they're like larger than the average person, or
It's
just
the glow that and the deep shadow that this being seems to give off that is that indication.
I think then what I would do is probably leave the room for
Yep.
starters. Probably give a knock on each of my friends' doors and say, worth checking out, I guess.
Were we all looking out the window?
Yep.
Like, so we would have been like,
Yeah, but
Are
it
our
could have been
rooms
through
adjacent?
glass.
Yep,
Like,
yep. You could have seen each other, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. I still would say that, and
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't wait just to
Okay.
make my way out.
same thing, I guess, if I've got visual on them. There you go, we're connected.
Ah.
To
And-
both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a
damage.
certain amount of hours. For 5 hours.
Okay.
And do I get the impression if I jump out the window, I'll be fine?
You can make an acrobatics check if you want to.
I will do that while bonus action shifting
Can I?
Yeah.
to my little shifter form.
You try and reach for a roof that is over the street. That's a one level down.
No, it's a 1.
Well, sorry, just before you go, at that moment, Rin just looks down and balances his feet at the end, like almost kneels, but crouches. And as he jumps, he slips. And as he slips, your face slams into the side of the wooden roof, and you just go boom, and crack. Yeah, that's right. You crack your face, and it's just a bloody mess. And you hit the ground on your back. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good thing when I shift into my shifter form, I got 7 temporary hit points, so I have 2 left.
Successful fall.
You just hear this from below. You see Rin on his back.
Me and Kalani at least together at that point.
Yes. Yeah.
I wouldn't have waited for you, so I likely would have been ahead of you.
Just ahead.
Wait, Kalani,
We're not waiting. It's on fire.
have you not got that scoped rifle?
I'm still going at the same time. I do, but I'm not going to risk aiming from afar. I'd rather make my way over.
That's a pretty good vantage point up here.
Okay, well then you shoot it, and I'll hand it off to you.
I'm not that proficient in it.
Okay, well then, let's go.
All right, even to catch a glimpse of what he looks like.
I'm not
Yeah.
engaging. I'm just going to keep going.
So the point of jumping out the window too, as knowing that I probably have taken more time than what I anticipated to get back up, but I was going to, like, as if I'm double dashing
Yep.
in a shifted form, which is 150 feet
Yep.
every round. So to that point, to try and see who this is, and Ivor was going in that direction the last I knew,
Yes.
so that's who I would be looking for.
All right.
I'll be a couple of paces behind Kalani, but I'll gather up my stuff and follow suit.
Okay. As you race forward, by far the first who gets there is Rin, even though the slam dunk on his face caused a bit of a pause. As you as you see that, you go down the stairs, out the inn, you're there. You're actually 2 blocks away, which is your dash. You then see with your eyes that are becoming puffy by the damage, black eyes, you see before you that glow in front of you, the being in what looks to be the uniform of a wayfarer, deep blue cloak, seems to be using a small wand to light these fires, and they're just. For a moment, they just stand there as though they're looking at their work with some sort of pride, with arms crossed. Their arms are completely covered with this cloak as well. You don't quite see this. Thank you once again, 20 possibilities for the raid.
Hey, thanks for raiding, guys.
You guys,
G'day.
you are all amazing people. Thank you so much. Welcome everyone. We are Fate Script. We are here every Tuesday at 6:45 p.m. AEST, and we are looking at the mystery of an evening fire. In Avalloth. Welcome. Tell us what you were doing. Hello again, Piglet.
Oh,
yes, I
thank you,
recognize
Ash.
you.
You
Thank
beat me to it. This is why you are
Thank you for
a
the shout out. Yes,
fucking superior
please
mod.
do. And this being's back is to you, but definitely wayfarers, and that fit the description of what was described in the crime scene afterward. From there, you now closer to this distribution center of letters. You smell the wood burning. You see smoke coming from the inside of the building, as though some sort of paper is now caught aflame. And you can see you can hear a chuckle from the person in front of you. What are you doing? But as you both are.
I would
Still
be
in the distance, but
definitely
running towards
not,
it.
definitely not moving at that pace. But I'd use my
Yeah.
dash to do so. So 60 feet per.
60 feet, cool.
Yeah.
As you both are running towards, you see Rin in the distance with that shadowy figure in front of him. What are you doing?
Look, I guess if I've seen it shooting with the wand, coming in at that kind of pace. If I could try and snatch it while he's got his back turned.
Okay. Make me an. First of all, make me a stealth check to see if you can sneak up on this being quickly.
I don't particularly care about staying stealthy after
Sure.
getting it.
Yes,
so it's
yes,
not
yes.
like a little.
Yep.
It's more.
But with a
Yeah.
surprise, do a stealth. Ooh, okay.
I am proficient.
Minimal.
So this is what I have to do to get decent rolls. It is 17. And that was with a 4 on the dice.
Wow, okay. All right, well, with that, as you quickly and sneakily try and snatch this wand off this person, you twist your ankle a little and make... You must have made some sort of audible sound because the being turns. And this being is wearing a silver metal mask. And so you can't quite identify who this person is, but they are thin, but powerful as they pull the wand away as your hand quickly tries to snatch it away. And at the same time, a glint of silver comes slashing out at you towards your throat. That's going to be a miss. As that twist, you just get out of the way. As just millimeters from your neck, a sharp dagger was just flutters in midair, and this being turns as though the trajectory of this speed, and they are quick. They start to run, and they run into the center. They open the door and flee within into the smoke.
Nah, I'll go after him.
Okay, as all that happens, you
That went
see
so well last time.
you both watch Rin run in.
Got to get a decent roll at some point. It's either a nat 20 or like something that's below 5.
If we saw you, I
Yes.
would, in your mind, say, because I can instigate this
Yeah.
also, right? I would be like, what are you doing?
Don't know, it's a silver masked man who's very quick and he's setting fire to it.
Is he running straight through the building?
Like through a door, yeah.
Through a door.
No, and what I mean
Into-
by that is he running in a straight line towards the opposite side of the building?
The smoke is not heavy enough that it's completely obscured, but because of the darkness inclusive, it's difficult to tell in which direction. But so you're just following them straight in.
Yeah, like I can move at 150 feet around.
Yeah.
So unless he's going faster than that, I'm going to be like right on
Quite
his
up.
toes.
Yeah,
Like,
Let us know where he's going to exit. We can wait on the other side.
I can't really see too well, but I'm right behind him. Or
As
her.
you go on.
Yes, please tell me where you'll be. I'm like, you
Yeah.
probably can't even see me. I can only move at 20 feet per round.
Nice.
I'm heavy.
If you're dashing there, that's 40.
40,
That's
yeah.
right, yeah.
I'm
this
still getting my
clunk,
shoes
clunk,
on.
Clunk, clunk, heavy armor.
Tying up my plate.
Yeah, the greaves are still being put on. Yeah.
Jeez.
As you watch, Rin disappears within this
Just
building.
gonna start like circling the building
On the outside?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't know where he's gonna ping that this guy might pop out of.
Okay, sure.
So I want to be moving
Okay.
constantly.
Well, we
I can only hear you, right? I can't.
Can't hear me.
no,
That's right.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah, you can both instigate it to me, but
Yeah,
you can't talk
Not
to
the
each
other way.
other.
Right, okay, all right.
The session that I missed, were we in this building at some point?
Yes, you are.
So I'm not like unfamiliar with the
No,
layout?
you know that you meet essentially a desk on the left. You remember a lot of shelving towards the back, lots of books on the right hand side. As soon as you enter, a little bit further in, you remember there being where Kailani went to look up other almost dictionary-like books with names of people in Corvair that letters had been sent to.
Is it
so,
like
yeah.
a blaze in here, or is it just smoky?
No, it's just a little smoky. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
That's a lot of blaze.
Blaze of glory.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That's a
Jeez.
13. That's a 5 on the dice.
Oh,
Jeez.
One 4 and a 5.
Right. As you race in after this person, this person you don't see, but as soon as you enter past the doorway, you trip, and you trip on something hard. As you just get a glimpse of a foot that has caused you to fall and trip over. And as you look down, you fall and you land on a dagger, as it was seemingly placed there.
This is no H&S issue.
You suffer 6 points of piercing damage, and you have this dagger stuck in your ribs, and that burning, dull pain courses through you, causing you to almost, your body is reacting and shaking. As you turn to try and you're on the ground, as you try and turn to figure out what's going on, a hand pulls you aside, and with another hand, the dagger just gets pulled out of your chest as well, and you can see down the blood start to flow, as you now find it a little bit struggling to breathe. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Did we recover like a short rest or anything?
Yes, you did go
They're
short
going to
rest.
save you this time?
Like I said, it's either a nat 20 or under 5.
You're
So
on
nat 20.
Nat 20, wow.
Excellent.
You can still breathe, but you do note that something is wrong. As
I would
in,
have picked that up by now.
as in, there's more blood coming out of your chest than you would like, like far more, and your heart is beating quite irregularly, quickening, but then slowing, then quickening, then slowing. And with every beat, more blood is pulsing out. You now have arrived at the doorway,
Me?
and make a perception check as you look through.
Your short rest.
You're welcome to make a perception check as well, Kailani, just to see
Remember
if
that, just short rest.
you can see
HP.
through a window or anything like that.
Short rest, nature.
Yeah.
Perception?
Yeah.
Let's wait till long rest.
Here you go. Do you want to go first?
12.
Okay. You don't see anything in this haze of smoke that's within.
19.
A 19, sure. As you look through the doorway, you notice Rin has fallen, turned, and is bleeding from the chest. And then he gets dragged by hands out of the doorway frame. So
By ham?
by hand.
Ham?
By hands. So you can't see him anymore within the doorway, but it depends on if you want to go through or not.
Do I see the person dragging him?
No. Not from just outside the doorway.
I'll keep moving forward.
Okay.
And I'll yell. Is he dragging him towards danger, or I don't know?
You don't know.
I'll just yell out, "Halt!"
Okay. Make an intimidation.
Oh shit, better hold.
Make an intimidation check if you want to.
That's not too bad. 18, 20, 21, 22.
Immediately at that point, Rin, you notice the hands and the figure have moved back into this smoke that's getting a little bit thicker. You don't see them anymore. It's as though they have passed into the smoke itself, and you're just laying there. You hear Locke's voice, though.
And I will grab Rin's legs.
Are you going to walk into the room now?
Yeah, yeah.
So you're walking into the room. Make a perception. Sorry, your perception was 19 before.
Yeah, yeah.
That stays. As you walk into.
I'm not going to rush in. I'll just.
Perfect. You go straight for Rin. However, you see him on the floor. As you go towards it, your eyes do see a figure coming from right in front of you. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Do I see the figure?
Yeah, you do.
Can I do something like,
Undex, not
hack his ankle or something like that to try and give him advantage?
Ooh.
It'll be a normal roll, not an advantage because he's wearing heavy armor. But yes, you can. You can make a swipe if you want to. So just use your. Don't roll a disadvantage. Did you roll a disadvantage?
I did roll with
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Don't just get the higher of the two this time.
Don't, because I got a 3 and an 18.
Yeah. Right.
So that'll
So
be
you rolled
a.
an advantage.
Yeah, kind of.
So taking the 18,
Yep.
cancelling out the 3,
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
I guess if he's dressed as a wayfarer, I'm assuming he's got a blue cloak. I would have
Deep blue cloak.
maybe off the ground, being like grab the cloak and try to yank it.
Okay.
To do that,
Make a grapple check. So that's a strength check for me, please.
it was more just flavour for like how I distracted.
Fair enough, but
If I've seen him.
Yeah, but I'll still give you that attempt.
Strength. Yeah,
A what?
there's a 4.
I rolled a 2.
Hey!
So
So strong.
with that in mind, you do in this heave of a bloody mess that you are, you do grab the cloak and pull, and this being seemed distracted enough that it did go off its legs a little bit and missed whatever it was going to do to you and falls, tumbles professionally and stands back up again in the doorway, and that's where you see this being. So you've come all full circle, and now you see this being in the doorway.
Back to me or front?
Side on, facing its your companions.
Can I drag them out through the door?
You'd have to go past this person.
No, like the person.
Oh,
I
sure,
want to
yes.
drag the person out,
Sure.
not these guys.
Yeah, sure. Make it so you just
all
you just
Just gonna
march in.
fucking boom and
Yeah.
like pull.
So
him out.
you can make a grapple check for me.
Sure.
So strength.
Strength, right? Excellent.
Ooh.
Not great, considering I'm pretty
Sound like a
strong.
Michaela had an oof.
11.
Maybe your oof beat his oof.
You try, but this being seems like that they have eyes at the back of their head. They swiftly and elegantly turn away from you.
Being that I have 2 attacks per action,
Yeah.
can I then, if I like feel the slip, try and like kick the back of their leg to get
Yeah.
them to fall?
Yeah, but see, it happens at the same time
Yeah,
as
cool.
as this being swivels, you kick and it tries to push forward
Yeah,
with
cool.
a dagger.
That's fine.
So go for it.
How do you want me to roll this? Just an unarmed strike?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's not use that dice because it just fucked me. That is just as bad.
What is it?
Fucking hell, it's an 11.
That still hits.
Okay, those 2 dice are going in jail.
Fuck yeah.
They can eat it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So though its leg gets swiftly kicked and it does,
The intention is to take it off balance, this person.
I did roll a saving throw for that
Cool.
and failed.
Okay, excellent.
But I did roll with disadvantage on the attack and still hit on a 21.
So fine.
So though you kick.
I'm healthy. It's all good.
Cool. So though you kick this being in this silver mask, this almost now deep silver or dusty from the smoke, this being almost shifts its weight on its back foot and holds firm and
Yeah,
just
cool.
like a rapier. This dagger strikes out at your shoulder, and that does hit you.
Can I suppose it's probably not my turn.
And it does do 4 points of piercing damage.
That's fine. Cool. But it's lost its balance. This person has lost their balance now.
Yeah, at the moment it has, so it's going to have disadvantage on attacking.
Cool. Cool. Do I still have my movement?
Yeah.
Can I use my movement to like... I know I probably can't attempt to grapple this person or anything in this moment based on all of the stuff I've just done, but can I get down to their level just in preparation to then like either hold them down because I don't want them to be able to move or escape.
Okay.
So like that's my intention when I get an opportunity.
Yeah, cool. At that point, you all start to hear panics, voices of panic coming from deeper within the distribution center itself. You see movement and rapid movement as other people seemingly in the garb of wayfarers seem to be moving around, perhaps even trying to find a way out. It seemed as though you can overhear sounds like voices like, "Let's get out of here! Oh, it's burning up! oh, we need to go. That sort of thing, as they start to understand what's going on. There are probably you can overlap maybe 6 to 10 voices or so. So you're going to be doing what again, Kailani?
I'm preparing when I get an opportunity to try and hold this guy down.
Okay.
So that he can't escape. And I would say this in your head. I'd be like, I'm trying to keep him down. If you can help.
I'm bleeding profusely from my chest.
Yeah.
I'll try and help.
To that effect, you will take another 2 points of bleeding damage, essentially, as you feel yourself being weakened.
Can I? I'll cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at level 2.
Sure. Roll your health. Roll your HP back.
Roll your health.
Let's do it with the dice. 1d8.
As you look down, Rin, you find yourself strengthened by the stitching up of skin and the drying out of blood.
3 and 7 is 10 with 3, 13.
13 points.
Oh, thank you, friend.
Is this person still within our peripherals?
Yes.
Or do we see what Amara's doing?
Right, Kailani.
Kalani.
Kailani.
Fucking hell.
Yes, Kailani is almost looking like she is preparing another grab, as this being seems to be in a pose of a dagger down in front of them, and a free hand ready to probably just do some deflecting.
I'll set her in. How do we want to do this?
Congratulations, Rin, you did it.
Does it sound like the Wayfarers are struggling to get out of wherever they are?
Seems to be, yes.
Follow my blood trail to their door.
They might be locked in there and might be... Let that one run. I'll help Kalani gather up the other. See if you can
Wait,
get...
there's only one, is there not?
There's 2 of them, isn't there? One that you got waylaid by and the one that you grabbed.
Which I think
I
is the same person.
thought
Same
it was
person.
the same one.
Oh, it's the same person, is it?
Yeah.
Alright, in which case... See if you can free the... Do you want to see if you can free them? Or... I'll go and then that way I can check on their health, help Kalani.
No, like, you're probably better at holding that guy down. You're
Strength.
known for that.
Yeah, my strength ain't that good.
While they're deliberating, can I
which
hold
case
this
I'll-
guy
Yeah.
down?
Sure.
I would have done what Locke suggested, and against what I was told in my head, knowing that he is going to help, I would listen to where those voices were coming from.
Yep.
I'm not sure how visual things are at the moment, but I would try find from audio the direction.
All right, make an investigation check. Do so with disadvantage, and you're doing the same thing.
No, I'm going to help Kalani.
Oh, okay, trying to hold this
guy
person
down.
All right.
I would then make my move to attempt.
Okay. If you're both doing this at the same time, if you're going to be, teaming up with this, do you mind if I ask how you want to do that?
Well, I would have already, I guess, been there ready to
Boom.
arm across chest, hold down.
Yep.
So I guess it depends where in the
So you're
process
just
he gets.
You're just bringing your arm up to try and hold.
Literally, if he's on the ground, like prone,
Who?
is the guy on the
No,
ground?
no.
prone?
The person is up, and they've got like a dagger down.
Didn't I kick him?
It's off balance, but he's not down.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll push him down.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna
So
finish the job.
do
push
another
him to the
strike down.
ground.
Sure. Let's call it another grapple. What are you doing while Kailani is trying to push this person to the ground?
Do I get the feeling that he can... I'm coming up from behind him.
Yes.
Does that mean, can I give Kalani advantage on
Yeah.
that?
If you want to attempt to sort of push it push this person in
If
the
I'm
direction
pushing,
or
you could
helping,
pull.
then do so
Yeah.
with advantage, Kailani. Yep.
Excellent.
And depending on how that goes, I'll
Okay.
cast
Right.
another spell.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. This person, though they're quick, with the help of Locke, this person does fall flat onto the ground without a sound.
Excellent. I'm gonna with my second potential attack.
Yep.
Point blank.
No, I'm going to. You know when someone like hits the ground, and they're a bit ragdolly on the head. He's wearing a hood or a mask, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab him by it and just up straight back into the
Oh, yeah.
Floor?
Yep.
trying to knock him out.
Yeah, okay.
Not trying to fucking gutter stomp him. I'm
Yes,
just
yes.
just trying to knock him out.
Sure, okay. Make
If he,
yourself...
like, I'm cool with him taking damage. I'm just
Yeah.
not trying to
Yep, it's
collapse
good.
his skull.
If you just let me know it's going to be non-lethal, I'm happy to
Cool.
describe it as that.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
What I need to roll for this.
Non-lethal.
Could you
Should've
make
pistol whipped him.
another attack at advantage? It'll be
Okay.
another unarmed attack, please.
Excellent. Okay, that's pretty good. Wait, hold on. Maths. 22.
A 22 will hit?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're doing just your unarmed? So you grab the back of this person's head, slam it back down. You can see that the mask now is dented in the wooden floor, and you can see blood start to run a little out of the mask's nostrils and mouth. Anything else you're doing?
Nah, is he out?
Still moving around. At that point, Rin, what was your investigation?
So I rolled a 2 on the dice.
Yep.
For a 16.
Jeez.
I'm using up all these
sure.
class feature dice on this stuff.
Yes, fair. Amazing. As you look around, you see these silhouettes of people in this thickening of the smoke start to make their presence known with small whimpers and small cries. They're behind bookshelves. They're trying to huddle in corners of the room. Looking at the door that's on the other side of the room, it's locked. And people are there trying to take it apart, bash it with whatever books and portable little concertinas cupboards that they can to no effect. And you count about 10 of them. And though you can't see their faces more, like in the smoke, they are there. One of them comes up to you and says, and you do now recognize, see a face. This older gentleman. Thank you, sir. Who are you?
What? You don't remember me from my previous visit? I'm a friend of the Wayfarers.
Anything you can do to help? I think we're stuck here.
Yeah, I'll get the door. Like, there's the guy over there and there and there. Get them over there.
Oh well, come on! And he starts to usher the other wayfarers over. While they're doing that, what are you doing to the door?
I would head to the door and try to unlock it. It's
Sure.
kind of my thing.
Yep. Go for
Get it? Look.
Oh.
Ah.
Trying to unlock me?
No, I already picked a lock to your heart.
Ah.
All right. Sorry, what am I rolling?
You'll be rolling a dexterity or strength. Depending on if you wanted to unpick the lock that there is a padlock there, or just try and.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick the lock.
Okay.
That's my deal.
Yep.
So I've got Thieves' Tool, which I'm proficient in, so
Yep.
I add that on top of a sleight of hand.
Sure do.
All right, so that is. Tell you what, just for shits and giggles,
You're wasting them.
they're gold bars to me. It's a 32.
Okay. Sure.
Boom.
Jeez.
So as you saunter over to this lock, it doesn't own you, and you
I want revenge on all these ones and stuff.
you start with one lockpick. You know it needs two. You know it needs two, but you start with the one, shove it into the lock itself. Ah, yeah, there it is. Click, open. This thing has nothing on you, and
While looking at the panicking people and
yeah.
if you are going to get attacked all the time, you need to learn how to deal with it better. Get out.
Okay. Another going back, the lock is undone. The door swings open, and you see these people start to make their way out as you are at the doorway itself, looking at them as they go out. Each of them looks and gives you a bit of a pat or a thank you. We'll get back to you in a second. What are you doing? This being is still.
Stu, not me.
Yeah. What are you both doing? This being is still coughing up blood, being slammed into the ground.
I'll. Look, I'll just add to that, and I'll kneel on where, like, you're over the top of him, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll pull out some rope and I'll kneel on his legs and tie his feet up
Okay, sure. As you do that,
and disarm him if I can, if he's got any weapons on him.
okay. All right. As you do, you tie up and take away weapons. The dagger is out of this person's hand. The tying up of the legs happens. You make a good knot, and you feel like they can't move at all.
It's got the lock
They're
knot.
still on their face
Dragging
though,
them
yeah?
up.
They're still on their face.
I assume so, yeah. I'll be taking that and I'll grab the weapon.
Yep, cool.
And should we pull him out?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Drag out.
drag him out.
All right, with the help of
I'll use the rope to drag him.
yeah, with the help of Locke and I mean your strength, you could do it. You could do it straight yourself, but the both of you easily
I feel strong.
drag this person out. They are out of the distribution center. You can now start to see guards of Avaroth come in and start pouring water onto the flames, which does seem to do the job and douse this quite well. This creature struggles. This person struggles beneath you. Are you doing anything else at the moment?
If he's on his face and we've dragged him out, flip him over, pull the mask off.
Okay.
Want to see who he is.
Sure. You don't recognize this person at all. This person you recognize immediately,
Oh, no.
Kailani.
Oh no.
Somehow, perhaps on the same lightning rail, Nyx looks back up at you.
Oh shit. Okay.
At the same time,
Steven?
Rin, as you're watching these people leave, something
no.
suddenly hits you. You've seen these people before. These people were dead in the graveyard with their organs missing. But here they are in front of you, thanking you for helping them. And we'll be on that 10-minute break at that point.
Rin, you're gonna get strangled by some intestines.
We're going to be back in 10 minutes.
I hate
Enjoy
that.
the break. Enjoy your
that's no
rolling video looking. And thank you for sticking around. We'll see you all shortly. Goodbye for now, and see you in 10 minutes.
And with that, we're going to take a really quick 10-minute break. And we'll be
No,
back.
we've waited long enough. Roll the
Before we all
damage.
I've waited this long.
Shit.
You ready to end this? Yes.
Yes!
Let's fucking do this.
Hell yeah.
Go team.
Fuck off, Ryan.
Fucking sorry, Ryan.
Ruined
No,
such
no
a
one cares if
perfect
you
moment.
survive. Obedient.
What?
What the fuck?
Obeat.
That's one.
Choose your next two so fucking wisely. Hey Ash. It's been a while.
Don't fucking say it.
What am I gonna say?
The Emperor special pass, and the answer is I'd chuck him in the fucking bin.
It's not what I was gonna say, but now what I was gonna say kinda actually feels a little bit more fucked up.
What are you gonna say? Don't tell me.
I was gonna say, it's been a while. Could you maybe, like, scorn me in Lilith's accent? Now it feels much more fucked up.
Do you want to be more specific as how do you finish her off?
finish her off.
Are you kidding? I didn't even get a turn! I didn't even get to kill my own demon!
What's me, mummy?
That's the ones I'm not saying. Yep, not doing that.
Hey.
It is. This is a dowry.
Was that your love language? Just throwing logs? Great.
Correct. Random acts of lumberjacking is my love language. That's. Remember that
explains
time I
so
dropped a tree on top of you?
Oh my god,
you know.
okay, now I understand. That was like the ultimate. Yeah, okay, great.
We're Fate Script. We stream every Tuesday at 6:45. If you're not, welcome back. Back
this.
to you.
You meet some new characters.
Yeah, 69 episodes in. Hey, this should have been a sexy episode.
It was. We got fucked.
True.
You can inflict whatever you want on me, whatever you want. You know this. So you say you have strong opinions. Please elaborate.
I have strong feelings more than opinions.
Sure. Feel me up. No? Produce your...
I am going to raise my staff to attack this rook right nearby, and just before I do, I'm going to pause and I'm going to look at Osei and I'm going to say, bad timing, but you know I'm in love with you, right?
Her eyes widen, and she's currently stunned.
Okay, great.
You can see her just start to mutter something.
I think if I died and I didn't say it, I'd probably regret it, and then I'm just gonna hit at this rook.
There's been a murder. Someone's been killed at the school.
At the school? It's summertime.
Well, fucking kids are murdering.
Someone please quote that. That's the best line I've heard tonight.
Wow.
Tell us the things you're going to tell us.
Okay.
And maybe we'll let you live.
Yeah, if it's
Are you lying?
I'll actually laugh. Like in character.
Are your shoulders like that?
I think
Like,
It comes out exactly like that.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
What the fuck? Wow. Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can see what my options are, but option one.
Hang on, let me pull these up over here. So this is option 1. Do you want to read it out for us, Emily? Can you?
I'm sorry, I cannot. I simply can't.
Do you want me to read it out for you?
It's Aaron Cochran. That's yeah.
Can you do that
no,
again?
I will not do that.
God.
I'm
Okay.
not crazy, I just got power word killed.
You soon realize that you're trying to bandage up gaping holes in his chest. And
I got you, buddy.
you kind of now realize that your initial investigation of his body reveals that his head is missing.
I thought I had him there, guys.
Are you keeping the cellar door open, or are you closing it behind you?
It's up to them.
Well, we're both.
I think close it because we're trying to be all sneaky, right?
Yeah.
Right, so you have it closed. You're then corralling them. Yep.
towards where we've come in.
All
I
right.
think because you said you pulled out a warhammer.
Yeah.
Was it? No, I think Tippy will be like, I can like scratch a kick-ass rune onto this thing. That'll make it light as heck. Hit stuff real good.
If you want to, I wouldn't be.
Well, we're possibly all going to die at any moment.
Yeah.
I'll take any edge I can get.
Go for it. And I'll pass the warhammer.
Sick. At which point Devere will use the warhammer to put between the door handles of the trapdoor and immediately clock you in the face.
All right. Go for it.
Hamish,
Yeah?
Do it.
stop trying to stick your flute up his butt.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Oh my god! Why did you do that? He went so far!
Is the world like if I travel down, will I? End up with it.
Yeah, magical pop out at the top.
You can make a survival
It's like
check if you'd
Pac-Man.
like.
No, you go off the edge. Flat earther.
It's a flat Earth. Vim is flat.
I do want to watch this though.
I have.
Fuck, I should have taken my clothes off.
Truly should have.
You can trust me because I gave you back your thing.
You I can probably trust, yes. In a room full of people
What?
that could all be witnesses to it. No, I don't trust you.
Oh, fuck
The
off.
problem is that I'm a chronic overthinker. So like,
Oh, that's the problem, is it?
yeah.
Woo!
I'm just gonna overthink about what Prometheus just said for so long.
Oh no!
Emily! Oh my god!
Yours is a celestial body that makes me want to reach for the stars.
America starts playing.
What that?
America.
Opens her eyes.
Some sort of fucked up horror movie.
Sit on like one of them trolleys.
Yeah.
Flatbeds.
As Lila,
Flathead?
Flatbed.
Flathead?
Ah! Fuck him! Fuck! Uh-oh, run, it's me.
Amazing.
Promethean, I hope your butt feels good. After a whole bottle of butt sauce. Butt sauce.
Are you okay, Emily? Are you okay?
I hope your butt feels good after a whole bottle of butt sauce.
Bottle of butt sauce.
Well, where's Cave out?
Look who's finally.
Fucking hell, Ryan.
That was fucking shit.
Stabbity stab, 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 stab. Oh, oh no. What have I done?
Or
And-
like,
That's the anus for me. Is like that's what a god should be.
Sorry, say
right?
that again.
This is like
the what too?
Could you just repeat that one more time?
I look. Everyone, push him off immediately. Oh my god!
Oh, this girl.
No one can push him off.
I can check this shit out.
Yeah.
Fuck you, my buddy. Oh no!
Oh, you took me down! What have you done? Oh my god! Promethean!
So happy that you said that because, my gosh, she is really bad.
Good thing she's not here. Otherwise, those Rotherheims would capture her.
And we would be very rich.
Yes.
I heard Alia
No.
took him back to El Clo.
Yes.
Captured her on the road, she did.
Yes, indeed. Well, let's be off now.
We met some really nice sea elves.
Yeah.
Nah, bad reputation. All lies. I've met them personally,
So
and they
wait.
suck. Really?
Maybe it's just your attitude.
Is it?
Maybe.
Ah, interesting. Maybe you met some that were high. Who knows? And they were just happy at the time.
Well, I mean, they were underwater, so they weren't that high.
And with that, we're going to take a really quick 10-minute break. And we'll be
No,
back.
we've waited long enough. Roll the
Before we all
damage.
get- I've waited this long.
Shit.
You ready to end this? Yes.
Yes!
Let's fucking do this.
Hell yeah.
Go team.
Fuck off, Ryan.
Fucking sorry, Ryan.
Ruined
No,
such
no
a
one cares if
perfect
you
moment.
survive. Obedient.
What? What the fuck? Obedient.
That's one.
Choose your next two so fucking wisely. Hey Ash. It's been a while. Don't fucking say it. What am I gonna say?
the Emperor Special Pass? And the answer is I'd chuck him in the fucking bin.
It's not what I was gonna say, but now what I was gonna say kind of actually feels a little bit more fucked up.
What were you gonna say? Don't tell me.
I was gonna say, it's been a while. Could you maybe, like, scorn me in Lilith's accent? Now it feels much more fucked up.
Do you want to be more specific as how do you finish her off?
Finish her off.
Are you kidding? I didn't even get a turn! I didn't even get to kill my own demon!
What's me, mummy?
That's the words I'm not saying. Yep, not doing that.
Hey.
It is. This is a dowry.
Was that your love language? Just throwing logs? Great.
Correct. Random acts of lumberjacking is my love language. That's. Remember that
explains
time I
so
dropped
much.
a tree on top of you?
Oh my god,
you know.
okay, now I understand. That was like the ultimate. Yeah, okay, great.
We're Fate Script. We stream every Tuesday at 6:45. If you're not, welcome back.
Come join
Back
us.
to you.
You meet some new characters.
Yeah, 69 episodes in. Hey, this should have been a sexy episode.
It was. We got fucked.
True.
You can inflict whatever you want on me, whatever you want. You know this. So you say you have strong opinions. Please elaborate.
I have strong feelings more than opinions.
Sure. Feel me up. No? Produce your...
I am going to raise my staff to attack this rook right nearby, and just before I do, I'm going to pause and I'm going to look at Osei and I'm going to say, bad timing, but you know I'm in love with you, right?
Her eyes widen, and she's currently stunned.
Okay, great.
You can see her just start to mutter something.
I think if I died and I didn't say it, I'd probably regret it, and then I'm just gonna.
And we're back, everyone. Thank you for your patience as we go back into this scene. Rin, as we left off, you see these beings past you, alive and with all their faculties, all of their organs intact, and they rush past you. They essentially congregate as a group just outside the this distribution center and look back in towards you, who's just making sure everyone was going out without a problem. But you distinctly remember a few of these faces being the same faces that were in the coffins.
The guy that we spoke to the dead with?
He's there too.
If they're like rushing past me, I've been in close proximity, do I get any whiff of, like they were dead for a couple of days or handful of days? It was a little while between, because we found out about that in court, didn't we? So it would have been like travel time.
Yeah.
A week or so. Like, so a bit of stink.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get any of that?
You can make a perception check. With your sense of smell, don't worry about disadvantage. You smell well.
All right. I
Even
guess
with this smoke.
if I can have any recollection of when I was in close proximity to the guy in or the person in the silver mask as well, like did he stink like dead, or if I've noticed that potentially dead people are exiting from a building he was setting on fire. Also, like I said, it's either below 5 or a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's a nat 20.
Oh good. Okay, good. Good.
For perception, and you know what? Shits and giggles. 30.
Fucking hell, dude.
There's absolutely no whiff of death, just smoke.
With a 30, did I get any whiff of death off
No.
the silver?
No,
mask
you didn't.
I guess in that, because luckily the actual like talking in the head thing is becoming far more useful than I envisioned it when I created this character. But to them, I'll be like,
quite nice.
Hey, don't act alarmed, but all these like people out here are the corpses from the graveyard. And then I'll go up to the person who I know that we spoke to dead with and be like, oh, what's been happening the last few days? Like, what's the lead up to this event?
Well, we were studying new locations in Corvair and trying to understand what would take to go beyond Corvair. It's our normal day-to-day.
Oh, what were you doing like 5 hours ago?
Studying. You can see that there's that slick brown hair, short. You can see the same more chiseled but thin facial features of this young man, just without the the opened up of his stomach contents. He seems pale as though he could be still dead, but there's no whiff of death. But just pale skin. The others look a bit more rosy-cheeked, even ones that you saw in the graves.
This sucks.
In your heads. This guy thinks he's been alive for the last few days. Are we still asleep? Did you see like a ghost who said test and pointed at the burning building?
Yes.
Nothing. Get nothing from me.
Do I physically see you?
No, you're on the other side of the building.
So we just saved a bunch of dead people. Are they ghosts?
You're with me,
or-
hey.
I'm speaking in his mind.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but
I am with you. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
yeah, thank you.
Are they specters?
No, because like I physically touched one and they don't smell dead.
But they've got their... I don't know if you said that, actually. But we know they're dead because you said that they're the guys that we saw the other day, right?
Yeah, like the one that you spoke to while he was dead. I just asked him what he's been doing, and he's like, "Oh, we were just studying."
They might be trapped.
Is Kailani there? She wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, she's right next to me.
What's he doing?
What are you doing? I'll look over.
I've rolled a wisdom save for myself because I think I would be pretty on edge about this entire situation. And with a grand total of 6, I would physically, if I'm down, I've ripped the mask off and I can see Nyx. It would be visible, like jump back up and back the fuck up, like a few steps, and actual fear. Not moving after that.
Okay. In that way, can I get, in that case, just Locke, could you make an initiative roll, please?
No.
Why are you being difficult? Just do what he asks.
I love that so much. Look, that caught me off guard as well.
19.
Please make a... please, blues. A 19.
Yeah.
Okay. You instinctively just barely use your hand to touch the cloak of this person who has really pale skin and white pupilless eye, like just white eyes. There's a slight, the first sign you get of sound is a slight snarl, as though an afterthought, and the humming still reverberates in your stomach as this being just manages to beat your speed and runs away.
Isn't she tied? Her legs are tied.
No longer. As you thought they were. As you thought they were.
Command.
Okay. What are you commanding?
What, is she running through these? Because there's guards around us now, isn't there?
There are a couple, but they are still coming out into the space before you. I'm going to roll for them to see what they do.
I'm commanding her to run to the guard.
Commanding this person?
Tell her to stop. What the fuck?
Yeah, but if she stops...
It's one word if it's a command.
Get sassy.
Sit
your ass down.
Sit.
Yeah, one word. It is one word, isn't it? One word command. Grovel.
Grovel?
Yeah.
And what's your spell DC?
14. Yeah.
Okay. No. 18, and they
Can I roll again?
They falter. Yeah, roll another wisdom saving throw.
To see, I feel like I would pull my gun out, but just to see whether I would actually shoot it. The wisdom
Make
is
a
to
wisdom
see whether I
no,
would.
it'll be a wisdom. Yeah, save. Yeah, save.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, that's a bit better. That's a 15.
So with that in mind, will you go? That is a pass.
It's like that same amount of impulse
Sure,
that
but-
I would have had way back in my
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
where it's just like a reactionary gun out, shoot at her.
But is that if you failed or if you pass? What were you intending to do?
No, like,
if you
if I'm-
failed, you do it, or if you
No,
passed,
if I
you do
passed,
it?
it's an intentional thing. Like,
Okay,
or if I was too scared to
got it.
do it,
Still
sort
too
of
scared.
thing.
Well,
like,
it is a pass.
yeah, so I'm shooting at her.
Oh, okay, sure.
That's
Make
what
an
I
attack
mean.
roll.
Which is it would be like at her leg or something like
Yeah.
that. I want her to fall.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah, excellent. She's gonna take some damage then. Fuck, I just saw Envy's message in the chat.
Haha.
That's a 9 points of damage in total.
Okay, 9 points of damage. With that, with the pause it took for you to take out your pistol and fire, you see that the shot hit, but again, similar to the stone guard, this person goes behind a building after they get hit. You don't know what's become of them.
You would hear from me then, and you would hear me go, "Get her," and I would point in her direction.
You are on opposite sides of the building.
In head.
Sure, but you don't see where you're pointing.
Okay, well, get the person running away from the building. Get her.
Like I would just start running.
I
Like
know.
I would have.
The changeling. Get the changeling.
I would
You'll
have.
see her.
I would have to assume not the direction that I exited from. So I'd go if I'm on the opposite side of the building. I'd be running.
Okay.
On the opposite side of the building to them.
Sure.
Hoping I'm going in the right direction.
Okay.
Knowing that
Yes.
they had gone out.
Yes.
So I'd be.
You both watch as Rin goes in the correct direction. You pass a corner, you're in a street where you see.
Yeah. So the shifting thing
Don't
only
you just
lasts
go
for a minute.
after them as well?
So at a double dash, it would be 120 feet,
Yeah.
not 150.
You absolutely still make it though. But as you turn the corner, you see no one. You see a cloak. It's on the ground.
She got shot in the leg. Look for the blood.
And you see.
I'll pick up. By the way, there were 2 emerald claw cloaks. Do I get 2 of those blur cloaks, or
You do get 2 of the what?
when I was checking the inventory, I took 2 daggers and 2 cloaks.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they're both blur.
You don't know about the second one. You haven't identified the second one.
Hang on. I'll grab as I'm still running, I guess, in that general direction, I'll grab the cloak and think to myself, oh, Locke would really enjoy getting another cloak. And I'd still be following if dropped cloak, there's like a street or something that.
So yeah, as you look through, make a perception check.
Not 20.
I'm gonna say,
Jesus Christ.
I've only got one of those dice left, so I'm not going to be a smartass because I might need it soon.
What
but
the fuck?
That's 28 within that 20.
So here's what you see. You see, even in this darkness, you see everything before you. You see a few people that are starting to become curious, that live in these streets, in these houses, that look towards you as you rush around the corner. You see a couple of people close-ish. One of them is a woman in what looks to be her late 50s, wearing rags and pajamas over the top of those rags. Just a couple of them just stick out from the bottom of her shirt. You see an older gentleman just immediately in front of you. He looks a little bit confused as to why someone's barging towards him and barreling towards him. A couple of children are with the ruckus and the smoke that they're now coughing a little bit. You see a good maybe 10 people in this street, but doesn't seem to be anyone in a dark cloak. The mask and the cloak are on the ground in front of you.
So I'd pick them up with, I guess, a 28 within that 20, and my perception check for smelling was a 32 or something, which was also in that 20. I'm looking for any other identifying marks that I saw on this person. So I was stabbed by a dagger, so I'm assuming I got somewhat of a look at that, or at least I got stabbed by a dagger. It felt like it went in this far. So I'm looking for a dagger on a person.
She got a bung leg.
She did say changeling, so I'm like, cool, it could be anyone here.
Bung leg.
Bung leg. I'm hearing bung leg. I was around when, because Kailani asked me to help restrain her, which I saw Locke doing. I did hear a big thud. I don't know if I would have known if she had her face smashed in, but I would assume maybe there's blood on the mask that I just picked
There
up.
is,
So I'd be
there
looking
is.
for face wounds.
Okay.
Not so much the body shape or type of person that I saw, but
every other
could be
feature.
anyone. Face wound, maybe a dagger, bung leg.
I'm also going to take off in the same direction that Rin went.
Yep.
And
I'd kind of relay to her, I guess, because she asked me. I'd be like, "This, I found the cloak here. I'm looking."
Yep.
when I get there, whenever that may be in this process, I am going to drop to my changeling form.
Right.
Yeah.
There she is.
No, because
Right.
that is the bait that I think I could get this person out with.
Okay. Could you tell me what you're doing, Locke, and then I'll describe the scene.
You're scratching my head and be like, where the fuck the rope go?
Like just appear beside you, different person
The
entirely.
rope's on the ground.
Yeah.
Undone.
It's bullshit. You, I was going to point towards two guards.
Fuck.
Come on, I've got a criminal to find.
So the one that caused this?
Yes.
How do you know?
We saw her slinging flames into the warehouse.
Which way?
That way.
They immediately pull out long swords. They have their shields up high, and they just start to march quickly towards that corner.
March with them.
All right.
Also, the wand is something I would be looking for.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So
You have not seen me like this, by the way.
No.
So when I appear next to you,
So you come
I
up,
will
you come
drop
up
it-
next to me.
I will
No, no, no.
drop it.
after you have your form.
I will drop it when I'm within his sight, so he
Correct.
can see it happen.
Yeah, you see the change.
But you would see pale skin, like lavender, lilac, purple hair that's like pulled up into two little buns, and pupilless, like blue iridescent eyes. Very different to what I actually look like.
I guess seeing that and knowing that I'm still connected to your mind, like, hey, that really you?
Yes.
Lift up your right hand. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't who we're looking for.
No, definitely me.
I don't know, I guess we'll discuss this maybe later. I don't know.
I don't think we need to discuss it. I've actively told you that I'm a changeling. You would hear in your head. Now, fucking look for this person,
Yeah.
please, for the love of God.
I am. I was more like, anyway, let's go.
I'll message Rin. Myself and the guards are looking for the perpetrator.
Straight away, I'll be like, "Hey, Locke's bringing guards. I don't know I don't know your look or whatever what that does, but think about that."
All right. So here's what happens. You notice two people then. One of them looks a little shifty. It's a lizard folk looking creature. He looks like he has a dagger, but another look again, and it's almost just like a kitchen knife, not exactly the same one that got taken out of you. They were maybe about 10 feet away, and they look a little bit perturbed at being just disrupted from whatever they were doing, probably sleeping. Bare-chested, loincloth, not much on this person. The older woman looks looks directly at you. She's not the closest to you. The older gentleman was, but this lady, human, deep golden hair going down her, a bit raggedy, pajamas over the loincloth. She looks a little alarmed as to what's going on. As you look towards her, she does seem to have her nose is a little off center, and she does have a hand behind her, and you see a little glimpse of silver. The humming does not stop. It's all around you, even here. At that moment, you turn and you see Kailani change form, and then you turn back. Initially, you see this lady, her eyes widen and look directly at Kailani, and then Locke, you come around the corner. The guards and you don't see Kailani anywhere. You notice.
You don't know
Well, I don't
what
know,
I
you
look
can
like.
See someone that looks very, very similar, though with the purple hair. That's what gives it away. Just another person in your sights with purple hair, very close to Rin.
How many exits
I'm wearing the same
are here?
clothes.
Like, is this an
So-
alleyway or
What's that?
Is this like an alleyway?
It's an
or-
alleyway.
How many different?
Just this one on your end that you're coming into now, and if you look ahead, you can see one that's about 50 feet ahead of you. So that goes the other way. There's no other. Doesn't seem to be
I'll
another.
tell the guards close off that end.
One of them.
We're just like go guard, just make sure no one leaves that way.
One of them looks towards you a little bit confused as to why you're commanding them. However, he nods once and runs past all of you towards the other side.
I see Rin though, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Rin,
It's
have you?
someone you don't recognize that's wearing Kailani's clothes.
Oh, so I do actually see it.
You see this person who's
See
wearing
me.
Kailani's clothes,
Ah,
who's
right.
holding her pistol and does not look like her. Could you describe
During
in a
the
bit more
commotion.
detail what you look like to Locke and the audience?
Yeah, sweet. Let me, because I'm a bit flustered. Let me just get my notes up. You would see someone that is taller, a little bit more slender, and it is like a grey pale skin essentially, and pupilless glass-like iridescent blue eyes, lilac hair that is like intentionally messily kind of pulled up into two little space buns, and is just standing there living their life, I guess. Did I miss anything? No, I don't believe I did. I mean, if you're looking for any scars, I have one, but that's it.
Amongst, I guess, everything that's going on,
We're in the same clothes.
yeah, I didn't roll that smartly.
Okay, great. That's fine.
I'll be a bit taken back by it and be like, is that Connie? Surely. But I do see Rin, yeah?
Yep.
We're standing side by side, I would picture at this point.
I'll be like, I'll look at you like I know you. I'll squint and be like, what the fuck? The guard's gonna guard the front section.
Guard's gonna guard.
Guard's gonna guard. How many people are in this corral then?
About in this alleyway, about 10 people from their homes, all coming out to see what's going on. Immediately afterward, you see the flash of silver as the lady in the pajamas, the white and green pajamas, throws the dagger that was in your chest, not moments before, and it goes past all of you.
I'll be like, is that?
And hitting the guard in the throat.
Oh.
You can see that this guard, the force of this dagger throw was apparently so strong, it just throws the guard back with a gurgling sound, and him clutching his throat and dropping his longsword in shock, and he dies that way.
Oh my god.
And you can see the lady now start to race, trying to barrel through each of you. What are you doing?
Clotheslining that bitch. Absolutely clotheslining her.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, since you've mentioned first, I'll get you to do another unarmed attack roll.
Okay. Yep. Sure. Oh, why am I worried? That was great. 22.
At 22, yeah, that will hit this lady. So you decidedly step into
I literally
the
just-
frame. Yeah, into the frame and hold out your arm, and you can see this lady's chin strikes your arm, and she just goes, "Woof," and
Hits the deck.
hits the deck on her back. But she's not done. Were you two doing something?
Tie her up, tie her up!
She's starting to get back up a little more groggily, but she's trying.
Well, if I'm expecting, if this is what we're doing, that maybe I'll get some help. But I have 60 foot of silken rope. That was a little nicer quality rope that I nicked a while back from somewhere. And I'll attempt to tie her up, hopefully with the help of my good friend Locke.
Yeah,
You
I'll.
see Rin start to take out this rope systematically. Yep.
Oh. Yeah, use the help action, I guess, on that. I better go tend to the guard after this.
He's dead.
He's dead.
You don't know that, bro.
Pretty dead.
No, like that. Even Kalani says that. He's dead.
Yeah, that's
Bro, still
so
must spare the dying.
regular accent. No, he's dead.
All right, so you head over to the guard straight away after helping with rope. What are you tying?
Look, I got 60 foot, so I guess running away seems to be this bitch's thing. So feet to start with.
Yeah.
And as long as she's not like, I don't know, exploding or something, I'll try to continue to tie her up to get arms and legs
Yeah.
and whatnot.
If it helps with my technically 2 attacks, I would attempt to just keep her down.
If you're trying to keep her down, that's what I was hoping to hear. Could you roll a strength check with advantage, please?
Yeah.
I'll stay put. And I'm going to use thaumaturgy to tell everybody to get back in their homes.
Okay. Tell me, describe how you're doing that.
I guess I'll just be.
You're fucking funny. You're just on some sort of missionary call. Like,
Yeah, you are.
For your safety, get back into your homes. This is dangerous out here.
All right.
As it booms and bounces off the walls and the.
Sure. Immediately, people start to back away and they look at the smoke around them. Some of them hold their hand to their stomach a little as though they're a bit confused about something. A few of them do that, and then you see them eventually return to their abodes. What'd you get for your strength?
14.
Okay. With that, that's enough. I rolled poorly, and you see the woman is tied quite well.
Oh, if I feel like that's secure, I'll go tend to the other guard.
The guard is dead.
Yeah, I thought so.
As you go over to him,
He did say that.
No, that's right. Look, just to check, the knife, even in the seconds that passed, the knife pierced it was and you notice it is such a precise strike. It had caused the main artery to be struck, and it was on an angle, and you can hardly understand how that happened because this person was straight on. To be able to, and it was an underarm throw. So underarm throw and angle it upward into that trajectory is not easy. This person this woman is a professional. Struck the artery, blood pouring and still pouring while this person is dead.
I'll make a prayer to Pella for him.
All right.
We're on 2 such different missions. On 2 such different
Is
missions.
the other guy around, or
what's that?
Was the other guard still around?
On the other side of the alley. Yeah.
So he was with us
He's
then.
like, fuck, my friend's dead.
Yeah.
You don't think he's noticed?
Worst guard in the world.
And I'll respectfully
his back is turned. He's not letting anyone in the alley.
grab his long sword and put it on his chest and fold his arms over on top of it. And I'll say the words and then return back to my friends.
All right. Well, you still see not Kailani in Kailani's clothes and Rin there too.
All right, what's the deal?
We need to take this person somewhere.
Yeah, you got any ideas?
No, like back to the inn or anywhere. Anywhere safe. Not here. Not here.
Kalani.
Shut your fucking mouth. Let's go.
Fancy meeting you here.
Again? Does anyone have a gag?
You have no right to tell me what the fuck to do.
Okay, I'm gonna.
given how Kailani's acting, look, I do have
Don't look at her the entire time.
psychic knives that.
Don't kill her.
I know, no. In my like the way I envision it is like I throw it like if I'm aiming for a leg, it makes them think they have like leg pain or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So while she's talking, I'll try and cut her tongue or something like that with the psychic knife. Non-lethal damage, and I'm not trying to kill her. Not that I think this would, given what she's been doing, but just to try and shut her up. And I am getting the Kailani's intention that this is imperative to move her and keep her quiet. So,
all right,
that's the intention of that. That's how I see the psychic knives. Is like I make her feel like her cut tongue is like messed up, not that it actually is.
We need to, before any more of them show up, we need to go now.
Any more of them?
Yep. Yes, absolutely.
Why don't we just lock this one up in the barracks?
No. We're going back to the inn and we're doing it now. I don't care if that means you need to run ahead of us, but we are getting the fuck out of here.
Blood starts to flow from the mouth, though non-lethal. There is blood that is...
That's the thing. It doesn't...
It doesn't even actually show...
It doesn't leave a mark or anything.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's go now.
Yeah. Like I'll be following her lead. I'm trying to, I guess, help.
And then I guess
she's tied up.
If someone were helping, just corralling her back to the inn.
Okay. Are you all helping with that?
Yeah, like
I don't want to alarm you, but there's kind of the other guard over there.
I think in your head, I'm like, I don't know, distract the guard. So I would assume a guard would want to take this person to jail. So I'm assuming we're directing past the dead guard.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get stopped.
Yeah.
And
correct.
In your head,
Back the way we came.
Make it so that the other guard doesn't turn around and be like, hey, guys.
Don't put that idea in his head.
Can you change into your friend and run the other way while Rin gets her out?
I'm not leaving her.
We can meet back at the tavern.
No. I'm not letting her out of my sight.
Well, you're the one that probably has the best ability to distract this guard at the
That's
moment.
great, but I'm not doing that.
All right.
I'm not letting her out of my sight.
I'll try my hardest with the guard.
How are you transporting this person?
Like
this is what I was just about to say.
dragging?
If we're
Dragging,
going
carrying.
past the guard, that's
Weekend at Bernie's.
now. Assuming he has a guard cloak or something. What identify? Yeah. Like obviously they have some identity.
One, he's just respectfully.
I'm not gonna have
placed
much time, so I'm literally just gonna be like
Yoink.
the fifth cloak of the morning, but I'm gonna don it.
Okay.
Like it's gonna probably not
On
look.
you?
Yeah, I think I'm
that
probably
makes
better
sense.
off given what's currently we're looking at.
And while we're walking, I will
So I'll just
shift
be-
back into the human version of myself.
Just be a blood-covered shifter with a guard cloak.
And I now look like a human, so
yeah.
we're good.
You get a comment that says, "So that's what you look like now."
Shut up. I hate it here. My Emily's showing. Let's go.
All right, so you don the cloak. You are dragging this person who struggles. She yells, "Help me! Help me! I'm..."
Again, fucking psychic knife in her face.
As they do that,
How long does it take us to get back?
It takes you a few minutes.
Yeah.
With a dragging person,
Make her act.
it does take a few minutes. And you see outside the
tied
inn,
up and I'm in a guard cloak. I'm going with we're arresting the bitch.
on the way, you see in the distance Lila at the door of the inn, and she looks out, and as you get closer, she says, "What the fuck is going on?"
Lila, if you could distract everyone in this bar so that we can get her upstairs, please.
She turns, and then an instant that the humming is still there all around you, but even on top of that noise, that buzzing, she speaks a word of power. And the 3 patrons this hour that are drunk and half asleep anyway, instantly,
Power word kill them.
she caused sleep.
Okay.
As they each of them just gently puts their heads onto the bar. Even the barkeep, she slowly nods off.
Cool. Let's get her upstairs.
Power word nap, exactly.
Yeah, that's I'm just helping. Obviously, this is important to Kailani, so passenger, whatever I can do to help.
All right. No longer do you hear any more words from this woman's face, but she continues to look at Kailani intently, or tries to at least. But no more words are spoken, just a seething breath as you take her to whose room?
Probably mine, I guess.
Yeah.
Tie her. If she's still got binds, maybe tie her to like the bed frame or something. Like the
on the corner
leg, so that she's sitting on the ground. Tie her up.
Yep. She's now tied, without saying another word. Lila is sitting on a chair a little ways away. She looks at this woman a bit concerningly, looks towards you 3. What the hell happened out there?
Okay, I'm just going to roll a wisdom save to see how much I would panic now that we've actually gotten back here. I start to panic and I just start like hyperventilating almost and like pacing because that was real bad. That was like a 4. Just pacing next to the door.
Not having a clue really what's going on. I'll answer Lila while keeping an eye on Kailani. I guess I'd be talking to Lila, but I'd just be looking back and forth between Kailani and this changeling person that's tied to a bed. The usual, I guess. A ghost woke us up and pointed.
A ghost woke you up?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the other guys said that they saw it too, but there was like a figure standing at the end of my bed in a cloak, and I have the cloak. Do I have the cloak?
Yeah.
It's a real cloak.
Where's Locke?
Yeah, you're there too.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Dope.
Oh, yeah, are you panicking too?
No.
You see all this. Lila interrupts you at that point and says, I'm sorry, I can't hear a fucking word you're saying. What the fuck is that humming? Do you all hear that?
Yes, I'm sorry. I missed that. I was probably looking at the iPad.
Yeah, I mean, where is the humming coming from?
You can make a new perception check if you want to, or investigation.
I don't think I would.
Yeah, fair.
14. Yeah, 14.
24.
Okay. All around you, Locke. Though, Rin, you find as you walk towards the door, as you move around the room, you move towards the door, it gets stronger, ever so barely, and you hear
So I spent time with Locke that night. Am I aware of this book with a clock on it? Is it, I don't know, where towards his room? I'm assuming it would be in his room.
you only know from the doorway. It gets louder.
Yeah, but is his room towards the doorway?
Yes.
Do you hear like a ticking?
I'm assuming not, unless I'm aware of it now. Nope.
I'm getting like a distinct ticking. Kind of sounds like a clock. Didn't that book have a clock on it?
It did actually, but I've had that on my person since we left.
Oh, it's on you now.
Yes.
Listen to it. Is it that?
Listen to your book.
I'll pull the book out.
Sorry,
As you do, you haven't noticed this before, but it naturally is open now to a particular page.
Oh, interesting. This wouldn't open before.
You can see that the book hums hum strongly in your hands. And you see just two words. The past.
So yeah, so it's opened up to a specific page. As it says that, can I like pull a page apart, or is it just stuck on that?
Just stuck on that.
Oh well, this is vague at best. And I'll show Rin. I know you can't read that well.
Lila moves up. And she's taking a look at it as well.
Does it say? I'll say it just says the past. Do they see something different, or?
Lila looks and says, "No, that's what I see. The past." She looks over at this woman who's tied up. I can study the book, but if you have other things to do with her, I can see if I can do anything else to it.
Lila,
are you okay?
Is there any way that you can make this situation, the tying and the restraining, permanent until otherwise stated?
As you look towards Lila and look back, you all now see a different person tied up to the bed. This person is a gnome, but one that looks like with deep purple skin and wrinkly and older. And you hear this deep chuckle from this deep gnome's mouth. Permanent.
That turned into a prune.
Just out of interest, as we see that,
yeah,
I'm gonna. The binds don't loosen, do they?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Lila.
What do you mean permanent? Why the hell? Who the hell is that?
Yes.
Some sort of.
What, you gonna say something?
No.
Remember when I told you all about my past?
I wasn't there.
Okay, remember how I told you about my past?
Yes.
And yeah, this would be my adopted mother.
Oh, this is your mother.
No. No.
Adopted mother. She adopted you.
Not legally.
What, she kidnapped you?
No. Found me when I was nearly dead.
Okay.
Okay, that's all you remember. Cool. I don't know what to say.
Is this someone that you, after realizing what I saw with the guards, is this someone that we care for at this moment?
No.
Surely you care for me.
No.
And you see, instead of a gnome now, you see another face. It's one of hazel eyes, brown coloured hair, straight hair. It's a little bit over to the side. It's fair skin
hate you
tone.
so much.
And you see, you know who this is.
Yep.
And you all see this quite handsome-looking person looking towards you now with a sincere-looking face. He says, surely pasts can be forgiven. Surely actions can be resolved with words and forgiveness. Why must I be tied up like this?
Hey, Kanani, I don't know if this is like inappropriate to ask it right now, but you're obviously not happy about meeting this person who keeps changing. Do you keep scars in different forms?
I hide a birthmark because I can.
Your permanent marks will not move me, shifter.
Well, that's basically what I was going for. Like, if I cut her face, will it?
You would know from traveling with me that I have a scar through my eyebrow, and I would just shift to make it disappear.
All right.
I guess first things first. Why are you here?
What about fingers?
Oh, and the face becomes that pale, that same pale face underneath the mask you initially saw, and they say, opportunity.
To?
The Wayfarers.
What, killing what? Wayfarers. We've come here to kill Wayfarers.
I told you what they do.
Your adopted mother.
Well, the people I traveled with.
Trusted, grew up with, learned from.
I mean, yes, you did, but right now,
Yes.
why?
Became family.
Yes.
And this is your
Chosen family.
this is your reply to that union, to that.
Yes, this is my
What an
chosen
initial reaction this is.
family.
Does the past mean nothing to you, Kailani?
I'll shift back into my changeling form. And it would feel very erratic, like, again, just panic.
There she is.
I don't like the way you speak to me. You should stop that. What do you want with the Wayfarers?
I think you know very well, but
No, specifically, because everyone else, it was nobility or money or power. What do the Wayfarers give you that you haven't already had?
Particularly dead ones.
Well,
just to catch up, you said the others. We just saw the dead Wayfarers not being dead. Could they be the others?
to catch you up, Rin. People I travel with, or traveled with, are not good people, and I'll throw a look at Nyx when I say that, and then look back.
you're right, we aren't.
And in a desperate, power-hungry attempt to gain control over anything, they would murder innocent people and insert themselves into their lives instead. They would become these people for their power.
You're forgetting
And
something.
I helped them. I was a part of it.
Do you need to have seen someone to be able to change into them?
Yes.
Do you think that... Well, I don't know why she would be setting fire to the building if that was the case, but
Or
obviously...
you need to have seen their, essentially, where they have come from. Their ethnicity more than anything. Their race.
Well, it's possible maybe that the alive Wayfarers that we knew were dead,
Everyone else.
but that might mean that she has some connection to Lord Dorez. If she needed to know that they were gone and had seen them.
Maybe.
Or
Do you know Lord Dorez?
there we come to questions. I do not. I have no idea who you're talking about. Here I am, just wanting a family reunion.
You didn't come here for me. You came here for something else. You didn't know I was here.
Correct. And how serendipitous that you just happened to show yourself.
How else was I going to get you to stop?
You did make me pause.
But now you're here, so where's everyone else?
And why do you want to know that?
Because
You've
I need to know
separated from
where
us.
to get away from.
You've separated from us. You don't want anything to do with us anymore, and
Yeah.
you then want to understand where the rest of us are.
Are you Lord Derez?
I simply have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Insight check.
Sure.
Yeah, no, probably not. 12. 15.
They don't look. They look almost irritated that you even ask. They seem like they're telling the truth.
She's fucking Lord Derez.
She's not. No, I would like to know where they are so that I can distance myself physically as far across this fucking continent as I can away from you all.
Why are you here? Because if you answer that question for us, we might have an understanding as if we will ever cross paths again.
A friend of mine has a connection to the Wayfarers.
Really?
Yeah.
And where could they be? Is it you, furry thing?
His name's
makes-
Rin, and you will call him that.
We haven't been properly introduced. I go by many names. Nix is what Kailani has known me for some time as.
Quick question before I get into this. This Matron Rose worm ring.
Yep.
Is that something I can, like, you gave it to me, I guess I'd be wearing it?
About an hour to attune to.
So I got it, yeah, okay. All good. That's all good. That saves me from doing this stuff. Sorry, I was too busy occupying myself with that. What was Nix's question?
Well, not a question per se, but just an observation. You're the
He's
friend
not.
from the Wayfarers?
Well, I'm definitely a friend.
Not from
What
the
about you?
Wayfarers.
Tiefling?
Locke.
Locke. Nix. A pleasure.
Locke, nice to meet you.
Are you one of the Wayfarers? Or do you have connections to them?
Yes, I do, actually.
Oh, how so?
You're not in any position to be asking questions of us.
Ah, finally, an intelligent one among you.
Fuck off.
Soon. My business here isn't done. I have interest in the Wayfarers.
Lila, if you could please stop this from occurring. Just hold her or something with magic or arcane or I don't know. How do you do this?
Lila responds, she's fairly well tied up.
No, I mean, if she... Do you want a dagger in your throat? Because you might get one.
I'm really not understanding why this person is a threat. I'm sorry. So she takes over people's positions?
Yeah, after murdering them.
Yeah, she also like stabbed me in the chest and killed a couple of other people.
I just don't understand why you'd want to burn down the Wayfarer's house when it's full of either undead or spirits.
They're not undead.
Well, or maybe changeling people.
Are you saying all this out loud?
Yes. Also, that again, I don't know if like my scar question was like too out of place, but this one might be. If I cut off her thumbs, because
I have never done that.
Dismembered another changeling? That does
So,
sound pretty crude.
I don't
well, yeah,
have an
but
answer
I'm
for
like,
you.
because her throwing skills were pretty good, and that might stop her from being able to grip the handle, and also us identify her.
I don't know.
Would
The other side of
you
this-
be upset if I did it?
No.
All right, and I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just trying to be safe and also.
I don't need you to justify yourself.
Can I?
The other thing worth noting is, whoa, wrong accent. The other thing worth noting is that they are part of a much larger thing. It's not just me and the family. It's an entire
Cult.
Whoa, cult's an aggressive word, but
It is, isn't it?
but an entire organization, yes, that are much bigger than me and 3 other people. Keep in mind, we managed to work our way into some of the people behind the development of firearms within Corvair.
Yours truly.
Or did they steal the identities of the people that...
We didn't steal their identities, no.
No. Just prior as well, did she look visibly uncomfortable with the thought of cutting her thumbs off?
With that insight check that you made, there seems to be nothing that seems to be concerning her at the moment. No. Though when her face changes, it does become more difficult to understand reactions.
I think you owe me the answer to the question I asked, which is, what do you want with the Wayfarers?
When Kalani asked that question, I'm going to use a channel of divinity, and I'm going to just take a step back and pull out a blank piece of parchment, and I'm casting Read Thoughts.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw 14.
Okay. Even so, it is a pass on a 17, but even with a pass, you do get some surface thoughts, correct?
Yeah. And then on the scroll, I guess, for flavor, the surface thoughts will write themselves out on the piece of parchment.
Nice.
And
very cool.
We're still connected by that mind, hey? In your head, you would hear me say, if we have any way to contact Farizo, now is the time. Scrolls, messages, anything.
I will try to sneakily ask Lila. Locke looks busy.
Even if you have to break our connection to do it?
I can't, but I would, yeah. All right.
You hear, you on the piece of paper, there are 2 main words of thoughts in the surface of her mind that come through. Wait. Distract.
Uh-oh.
Oh, message to Rin in his mind. I think she's about to pull something off. I've just dwelled on her surface thoughts. And I don't know if... No, I don't think I can do that. Unless I'll scroll up the piece of parchment and then hand it to Rin. Would you see the same?
Yep.
And then hold on. This is what she's thinking.
You don't know what it reads.
To the person who can't read. You can talk in my head.
I'll go like that.
You can talk in my head.
This is stupid. I'll hand it to Cole.
You can talk in my head.
I'm talking to her at the moment, so I would move up to her as I'm asking that question.
Yeah.
And probably
She's
bob down
getting
in
us
front
to
of
wait
her.
to distract us from doing something else.
And probably bob down in front of her and say, what do you want with the Wayfarers?
Miss you so much.
Shut up and tell me what you want.
Your skill, Kalani.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt in this moment, but Locke says that he's reading her thoughts and that she's about to try something. She's getting us to
What's she going to try?
She's thinking about making us wait in a distraction, so maybe the others are coming.
We are about to pull something off, Kalani, that you just need to be a part of. Or
I don't want to. So tell me what you want with the Wayfarers. And I'm like daggering at you about the Furizo shit. I'm like,
So I'm gonna drop my connection to everyone briefly, and then I can redo it using a thing. So I'm connected to those two and Lila for another 5 hours, and I'll be thinking to Lila, Kailani's getting annoyed at me, but everyone's talking in my head. Can you please contact the Furizo or something?
Get him here.
Right now. He needs to come here right now. The Lox is reading her mind, and he thinks that he's distracting us so other people might be coming, and Kailani's really upset, and I think a bit scared.
Okay. You hear back in your mind as Lila immediately turns around, walks into another room, and disappears behind.
Also, without moving in just yet, knowing that Locke's saying that she's distracting us because something's about to happen, I don't want to interrupt Kailani, but I am getting my flick knife ready and looking at her thumb. Did I notice what hand she threw the dagger at the
her left
at the guard with? I'm looking at her left thumb, almost salivating, holding this flick knife, waiting for
bite her thumb off.
waiting for a better opportunity than interrupting right now. I guess maybe holding an action if something's about to kick off. I'm going to try remove a thumb or anything that's earlobe, something like whatever is. If something goes down, I want to take a chunk off her in case it helps if I identify her later.
Do I know that?
Which, I know it kind of sucks, and I'm not doing this to be a dick. I just think it actually would be very beneficial.
Yeah, for locate person.
And also, if the bitch throwing daggers, not having a thumb would be beneficial. I hope she has disadvantage.
Reinforcing my question, does she say anything?
What are we planning is the question.
What do you want with the Wayfarers?
Well, you know our business, our line of business. We go for, and we're not, we haven't infiltrated them yet, but that's it, isn't it?
And hypothetically, if you needed me, what would you have me do?
Well, I mean, you're...
Because I wasn't that good.
Can I... Sorry to interrupt.
Please.
Lila's...
Just want to find out what she's doing.
Lila's left the room, yeah?
Yes.
How long ago?
Seconds.
I'm just going to pop out and make sure she doesn't get jumped.
Okay, sure. You look around and you see Lila fervently trying to speak words of power, and it seems like a message or a sending spell.
Only because of the distract thing. Sorry, continue.
No, that's right. What, you would be our scout. You look at your skill with. Well, you seem to have some new toys.
Can I roll insight, please?
Sure.
Never mind. That's an 8. Which makes sense. I'm a bit scattered.
Yeah, you seem to have some really nice, powerful toys, some new connections. You would be able to bring others into your fold. You have this connection with the Wayfarers. Who is this?
We're a Jin and Cade.
They're off doing their own thing.
Where? Because one of them was at the lightning rail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
New news to me.
Interesting.
Should you perhaps rejoin us, we might be able to give you a bit of insight as to our...
So what's phase 1?
Oh, that's already done.
What was phase 1? Since you're so convinced you're getting away with it, who cares if we know?
It's not quite there yet. There are some things, some little points in our plan which might have a little bit of time for fruition. In fact, you are one of those thorns now. I would consider perhaps an opportunity to come back in at some point. Because
since you're about to pull off this grand plan and get away with it, and likely not see me again, which works for me, I guess. What happened after I ran away? Did August die?
You see that face again in front of you.
Blech.
You see it pained, and you see a tear.
Look away immediately. Stand up and look away.
All right.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
Oh, Kailani. Hey, Fat 90s guy. Thank you so much for the raid.
What
Hello.
a time to raid.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fate's Grip. We are the crew, minus a couple, but we are here every Tuesday evening, 6:45 p.m. AEST. Fat 90s guy. Thank you so much for the raid. And everyone, and tell me what you've done in your stream. Toot toot indeed.
Toot toot.
Welcome. Hello. We're in an interrogation, as we normally are nowadays. With threats of cutting off thumbs and all that. It's great. Yeah, awesome. D&D. Nice. What were you doing in your session? You hear this tisking from Nyx. This Kailani. You've caused.
I just want to know what happened to the Harlows.
Ooh, the Harlows. Yes.
Because if he did he die?
Well, what would happen if he did?
No, I'm just curious. See how good my shot actually is.
What I heard was it was point blank. How could you miss?
Well, then answer the question. Out loud.
August Kailani.
I hate it here.
And I need everyone now to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck off, you dog.
Yeah,
Your dog. I'm not in the room.
Still, yeah, in another room of the same inn. But yeah.
I got a 21.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 21.
It's cocked.
You got a 21.
No, I didn't.
You got 21. 22.
11.
Make him cry. Huh?
11.
11. I'll roll for Lila as well.
Not Lila.
Yeah. So Locke and Lila, for some reason in this particular room, you both feel, you both hear this as your ears burst, your eardrums burst, and you are considered deaf, and you also each take 10 points of piercing damage as your ears just rush with blood from a shriek, and you both hear this as well, but you look down and you see Nyx just smiling at that sound.
Look, my held action. If shit was kicking off, I feel like if I felt like I've had to,
Your ears might bleed.
yeah, like hold off on something, and she's smiling, I'm going for that left thumb.
That's fine. Go for it.
Okay, can I have another clarification? So you tied her hands and her feet together behind her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
To the bedpost, wasn't it?
Yeah. I believe her legs were also tied.
Okay.
We
and
started with the legs.
Yeah.
Started with the legs, kept going, dragged her up. You tied her to
I
the
tied her to
bed.
the bed.
Sure. And you're holding her thumb, and you can see the gritted teeth. And at that point, the door bursts in, and I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Fucking
Okay,
hell.
I got a thumb.
Oh, that's bad.
Can I do anything in the other room?
No, not yet.
Well,
Yeah, peace out.
23.
23. Okay, you'll take half
Can I still
damage from
talk in
this.
your head?
I'm gonna take
as-
full because
You would hear me like audibly yell, "My fucking ears!"
I rolled a natural 3.
Yeah, okay. Glass and wood splinters burst as though an explosion without the fire has just caused the room to expand. So,
did someone say extra cheese?
So, because you're in another room, you won't take any damage from this. You're behind a door.
Yeah.
But glass and wood splinters pierce both of your skins, and you'll take 17 points of damage and be knocked prone. You'll take
still
half
okay.
that, but also be knocked prone.
I'm still good.
At that point, you see no fewer than 6 people rush into this room, make straight for Nyx and grab her. These people you don't recognize. What are you doing?
I still look like my changeling form.
You have one thing that you can do each. They all seem to completely ignore you.
Okay.
And identify the person that they would need to get and are getting them.
Yeah, cool. How many?
6.
6 of them. I don't think I can do anything. Like yeah, I don't.
Someone cast fireball.
I don't think I would do anything.
Okay. You just watch
I think
as
I
they
would
go.
just be like, at that point, like,
Yeah.
I'm very aware I'm not winning this fight. So
Blood rushing from the stump in her hand, Bryn. You're holding this and you're at her, and you have to dodge a lot of this, particularly large bit of a splinter that flew towards you. You're a couple of feet away. You see these people come in and get to her.
Yeah. Look, at this point, I feel like I got a bit of a win with the thumb. I'd be more probably concerned with 6 people rushing in, and after batting off that explosive noise, I'd be more concerned about my friends. So I guess I would probably, if I'm prone, try to get up and at least try to give cover to Kailani, who's closest to me, and maybe think in their heads. Lila and Locke, are you okay?
You hear it and you can respond, but your ears are shrieking with pain.
I'll be casting Lesser Restoration on my.
On yourself?
I might cast it on Lila.
Okay. As you do, she looks over to you, and it does take 6 seconds to cast that. So that's an action to cast.
Can I bonus action?
Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, harness divine power. I'll bonus action to get a spell slot back.
Okay. All right. As you do, you watch as you're going over to Kailani to see if she's all right.
Well, I mean, 6
Or
people
just-
barging in the room. I was close to Nyx. I'm assuming you would have got knocked prone as well. Probably took more damage than me by the look of things. So
Yeah,
I would
many
be-
more cuts.
Yeah, defensive, protective.
Yeah.
Not engaging with 6 people, dragging someone out, making sure that we're okay, I guess, and gripping this thumb.
Okay.
After if I can, after casting this restoration on Lila, I realize I won't be able to hear her back, but
yeah, that's right.
I'll say to her, "Did you contact Frieza?"
She said, I can't reach him. He's not responding.
Yeah. And
I think you
that's
said you can hear.
In
it
your
just
mind.
hurts.
In your mind.
No, but she can't speak to him in his mind.
She used her own power to do it.
Oh, she had. Okay.
In your mind, she responds with that.
I think the others are in danger. I can't help right now.
She immediately moves out, but by the time she does, with that spell cast, they have gone. There is a mess of broken glass on the carpet beneath you. Walking anywhere would likely get cut feet. You have shoes on, but even then, some of those are particularly some of them do. Some of those are particularly sharp and long. Lila does actually cut herself, and when she initially steps out, finding out what's going on, and then discovering this, she takes a step back and ignores it. Instead, she casts another spell, and you can see the glass almost melt into the carpet, making the ground safe again.
Sugar glass.
And she says, where's your captive?
Part of her is here.
Oh, wow.
Also...
You really gave her the finger.
What form was she in when I cut the thumb off?
She was in the form of the first form with the pale skin.
So she was in her changeling form.
Yeah,
okay.
in a changeling form.
All right. Well, I was going to see if it changed back, but that's what she was already in. Are you okay?
I don't know.
Do we need to leave this town quickly? Alright, well, hopefully Ivor is okay. Do I know where Annalise has been this whole time?
Oh yeah, shit.
No.
And do we know where Ivor is?
I thought she was with Ivor, to be honest.
It's at that point that it's likely the sound of that explosion that does bring in both of them, and they seem to be wiping their eyes as though sleeping. And only at that point did they wake up. And Ivor comes in and said, "What the hell was that?" And Annalise comes in and she says, "Are you okay?"
Stand up. Does she recognize me? She probably doesn't.
She's just looking around at that point, and she looks over to you and says, "Oh, hello."
Probably stand up, wipe
Who the fuck's this?
whatever blood off my face that I have, and then shift back
Hello.
into my human form.
I'm Ivor of the Wayfarers.
Back into my human form.
All right. Oh shit, Kalani.
And yes, I think we need to leave.
I would have to logically address Ivor. Not that I want to do it
Yeah.
without Sheldon, but are you okay? How's Lenny?
Yeah, she's good. Yeah. Talk to her all about what you said.
All right. Well, do you want? She needs to know that the sorting center is like burned down.
The what?
Like changelings are trying to take over your organization.
Oh.
I wouldn't trust that was even Renly.
Nah, that was Renly.
I don't know. I don't think I would trust that thought.
Well, should we go and question her again then?
No, we should leave.
What happened here?
It's the changelings try to take over your organization. Did you not get a ghost visitor in the night?
I don't think that was a ghost.
Well, I don't know. Like, I'll pull out the cloak and was yours wearing a cloak?
Yes.
But I got the cloak. Someone was there, something.
Yes, but I don't think it was a ghost. It could have just been some sort of teleportation magic.
Well, I don't know. That's weird. That's kind of weird, but it makes more sense. Like,
Why are
knowing what's
changelings
yours.
here? Do we know why changelings are here?
To
Ivor asks.
infiltrate the
Wayfarer group.
Wayfarers.
So, like,
Oh.
the 8 dead ones that we saw were alive, which...
Well, the ones in the graveyard?
Yeah,
Yes,
the
the
ones that make
graveyard.
me think that they're probably changelings now.
The graveyard that we burnt down.
A lot of things getting burnt down and cloaks.
Yes, no, this is not good. The being dead part is normal though. That was part of what they would do. Kill them. They wouldn't mark the graves though. So
Kill who?
all your Wayfarer friends that were dead.
Oh, they've come back.
No. Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
Fucking hell.
That's a better question for Locke.
Their graves weren't marked, hey? The unmarked graves make sense.
What
Not
about the
there.
connection to like missing organs and Dores?
That part doesn't. That could just be some sort of a weird thread where he's an opportunist and saw some freshly deposited corpses and took their organs. That's a guess. I don't know.
What do they want with the Wayfarers?
Probably influence. If you can control the mail system in Corvair, then surely that's powerful.
Yeah, we're pretty powerful. If they read them, which they're not allowed to.
Also, isn't there that mystery turtle portal?
Yeah.
That could help, theoretically, transport people anywhere in Corvair?
Yeah, but they don't know how to get to that. They don't find their knowledge, do they? They don't.
No.
absorb. Well, then
But
it's fine.
if you put one changeling in an organization for long enough,
They'll
they will
find
learn
out.
everything.
Lila says, so what do we do?
We get the fuck out of here.
And let it just happen? What if they have?
I can't take them down. We are not powerful enough for this. Did you see, you saw that knife hit that guard, right?
Yeah, that's why I took her left thumb, because she threw with her left hand.
Good observation.
That's one of them. Like,
Oh, no, she was very strong and fast.
she's not even the strongest of them. Jin was definitely stronger.
When you said Jin and Cade, one of them were at the lightning rail,
That was Jin.
the person you asked me to
Speaking
stop,
the head of, yes.
who's Jin?
He would be probably the equivalent to a father.
Like a good father, or like she's your mother?
Like the milkman father.
No, like Nyx's husband.
Like similar personality?
Oh,
or-
yes. The family thing is just how they treat everyone. It's not actually a family.
So Jin's bad also.
Everyone in the Vale is bad.
Okay.
Cade is my brother, not by blood, but by group. The way it would work is they would create all of these little families as part of a bigger web that would be weaved, essentially. So there's the Vale, and then there's all of the families that live amongst it. I don't know, some of them might be biological, but we were not. We certainly were not.
Is this in Valena?
It's everywhere. They found me in Valena.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get to piece it together.
No, this is why it's frightening. It could be anywhere.
Were you in the orphanage like before or after them?
Before. I left when I was very young, after my friend was adopted and I did not want to stay there anymore. So I left, and I didn't get very far because I had no survival skills whatsoever. I don't know what I was thinking. Also, there's a whole desert that you have to go through. I had like no food left, at least no water. I was dying out there. They found me. I had nowhere else to go. And I was like 11. I was so young. Maybe, no, slightly older. Somewhere along that line.
I'm sorry to hear that kind of shitty. I was just thinking, I don't know much about much in Eberron, but are there lots of changelings?
I only know the ones I've met.
Is it?
I didn't like being there. They felt like good people. They saved my life, right? I didn't grow up resenting them. But there was moments where, the first time that we took on another family's persona, where I watched them take the lives of these people, and some of them were young, and I just didn't like it. But what am I to do? I have nowhere else to go, and like I said, no survival skills whatsoever. So I just went with it and bought my time until I could get out.
It sounds like you did the right thing. You survived, and you left when you could.
I could have left earlier.
Yeah.
What made you stay longer? Lila asks.
Am I not deafened anymore?
You're fine.
Okay.
This whole time you're just watching us
I'll walk in and
like literally lip reading. That's a really good question.
Well, if you would tell me that it is a fear of displacement.
No.
That was the hydrate, if that's...
Oh, I believe that's an old hydrate. Here, let me put a quote in there to mix it up. No, fucking hell. I stayed, because I was scared. You saw their power. There was no way, if I turned my back on them, and they didn't like that, I don't know what they would do. Either way, I'm not convinced that they would have murdered me or anything like that, but they would have enough influence to keep me there against my will, regardless of what I wanted. The other side of that is that the last family that I was involved with replacing, I played my part maybe a little too well. And what I mean by that is I didn't want to do it, just for clarity and context, but the young woman that I embodied the life of was meant to be married off to a gentleman named August, and I fell in love with him. I don't know why. There was something that it felt like, even though I was someone else, it felt genuine, and it felt like it was me, it wasn't her. But that is definitely not the case. And so I stayed until I didn't. Is that...
What made you leave then, if you were...
He found out.
Is August still alive?
Well, I was hoping to find that out myself. It's one thing to potentially have my family come after us or want, I don't know, revenge or something from me. It's another thing for a wealthy family involved in the conception of firearms in Corvair to also come after me for murdering their son.
Is he not in Shan?
If he's alive, then likely.
Is this something you want to check in on him now after these circumstances?
I don't need to see, but it would be selfishly for no other reason than emotions. To understand whether he survived or not.
Do you
It
know
would
if they
mean
know your
nothing to
affection?
him if I survived. I mean, if he, if I even reached out to him.
Yes, but it might mean something to you. Do they know of your affections for him still?
Oh, I don't even think he believed I had true affections for him. I think if you were in a position where someone you were in love with and about to marry, you found out that they weren't that person and that it was someone else entirely posing as them.
I can understand why you stayed away. But up until now, is there a possibility that they may want to cause him harm to draw you out?
I don't know. But I shot him right through the chest. Or I tried to. I did it very quickly and I ran. I'm convinced that he is dead. But, hope exists.
Magic exists, Lana repeats.
Magic also
I have
exists.
a spell called Hope.
I'm not very familiar with magic. The other side of that is that it wouldn't matter anyway, because quite literally the last conversation we had. Also, this is his gun. Like, this is not even mine. This is absolutely his. The last conversation we had was him basically saying, I know what you are. I know who you are. And it would be very easy for me to expose all of that and blah, 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 but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to make you live this narrative. Total loveless marriage, being resented by someone that I adored.
And instead of leaving, you shot him and left.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I was standing there and he was speaking to me in this tone of spite and hatred and just absolute resentment. And I don't know whether it was just a combination of hearing that from someone that I cared about, but also thinking about all the things that my parents made me do. And the looks on those people's faces when we were just mercilessly taking their lives. And not just killing them, taking their lives. And I don't know, I just snapped. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I just grabbed it and I just shot him. And then I ran.
DM question. Locate person. Do they have to be alive for that to work?
Yep.
Okay.
Also DM question. Spend it.
I feel so special.
bit of time in Shan. Now that I know of firearm proliferation.
You would have heard me say the
I don't know
hollows
what.
as
Yeah,
well.
and I was going to say the hollows. I don't know why I can't say proliferate.
Proliferate.
I don't know. I go like. Anyway, those two things combined, Harlows and firearms. Me being in Shan for a while, is this something I would have any knowledge about?
Yep, you do.
Also, gangsters and shit.
And that is exactly where the connection seems to have taken you. The Boromar clan had, up until you had left, had been one of their operations that you had overheard was smuggling experimental firearms into Shan and out of Shan. The makers of these weapons were still a little bit. They were being implemented. They were still being tested. But Harlow does ring a bell as one of these potential manufacturers,
and
not bought legitimately.
Yeah. Do I have any, I guess, knowledge of? I mean, obviously, firearms are a tool and can be used in various ways. Is there any connotation towards maybe pushing for bolstering sales in kind of like a dickish way that negatively affects the general population, or anything to make me think that the Harlows and their business was just a business, or was it maybe nefarious in ways?
No, you don't know too much about how the Boromar clan and the Harlow family were dealing together. To your best knowledge, you feel like the Harlow family were being taken advantage of by the Boromar clan, as is their MO. So as far as you're aware, it simply, from the Harlow's perspective, they were just doing business.
Yeah.
But the Boromar clan were certainly undercutting, doing quite nefarious things to get their way. Even a lot of threatening, muscling into that sort of new venture.
And then I guess the only other thing tying in with this, in my time there with the Boromar, blah blah blah, would I have any knowledge or have heard anything about dealings with a August Harlow?
The name didn't ring a bell to you, no. And the face that you saw was not familiar to you, no. But you didn't personally meet any of them.
No, I wasn't expecting to. I was more like, had I heard of any I heard of August Harlow?
Sure.
Trying to put it in a timeline that would be after Kaimani would have run away and left. But
Yep.
that might not be the best avenue to inquire down to, but when I heard Harlow, the Boromar clan used to have dealings with them, and I think they kind of would screw them over a bit. But
I was going to say the Boromar clan.
Yeah. That's right.
No. I'm just confused because they were genuinely kind people.
The Boromars?
No. The Harlows. No, the Harlows. They wouldn't deal in that.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the Boromar clan like to muscle in on things. I know that they did have dealings in obtaining firearms through the Harlows. Maybe not hey, can I buy this for a reasonable price type thing. But if they did, maybe a Boromar agent might have knowledge on August.
Maybe.
If it comes up at some point, it might be something to remember
It
too.
would just be nice to know. You
I mean,
know?
we tend to question people at knife point a lot, so if that situation pops up, it might be good to remember.
I mean, if we're ever in the vicinity of Shan, you could always acquire a scroll of locate object. You have his gun, yes?
Yes.
You might be able to find him.
He might be able to find me or his family.
That is true enough.
Which is why I've stayed very far away from Shan.
Hmm.
That being said, they don't know this form, so...
Alternatively, we have a thumb.
Yeah, well, I might keep it, in case. I don't know why yet. I guess I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't change back with a thumb. But
I've never experienced it, so...
But
luckily, no one has ever cut my thumb off.
because no one else is as smart as me. But
okay, it's also likely because I had a very strong family behind me.
Well, it might be something to keep an eye out if someone without a left thumb comes around.
You might want to get down to the kitchen and find some pickled something.
Gross. Please, can we not?
Lila says he's got a point.
No.
It just preserves it better, so it doesn't go rotten.
Okay, well, you can all talk about that when I'm not around.
All right.
Apologies, but I can.
Let's go.
That's okay. Continue.
I was going to ask, because I guess Nix and the others know us. It's not like if we're near you, even if you're in a different form, they'll probably know.
Nix has seen this one now. Cade and Jin haven't. If they're all separated, we're safe from those two, at least for now. I don't know about Nix, so it didn't seem like she cared enough to...
I just noticed she was making specific notes of our names and we were your friends. But do you know of a way where we would be able to see if someone's a changeling?
Lila pipes in and she says, there is a powerful spell, one that is not used because of different reasons. I'm sure I'm speaking of things you already know.
No, I don't know magic.
No, in terms of the changeling history, actually quite similar to your story, in a people that needed to transform for survival more than anything. There is a particular security that helps prevent magic users from simply using these sorts of spells to see. It's a powerful spell called True Seeing.
Our transformation isn't magical. It's not.
Though it needs magic to see
Correct.
through it. This is one of the spells that offers it. Few know it. Few are powerful enough to know it, and to have someone like that around on a daily basis will be difficult.
And there was someone that saw through this appearance a very long time ago. Very long.
I mean, it's not to be like prying into you, but like it might be good to maybe have something similar in case, you know, a night like tonight happens.
The
It's about requiring it that will be difficult.
The other thing to note that makes changelings different from just disguising is that I can completely change my height, my weight, the gender that I present. Like, I can change everything. It's not an illusion. It is a physical transformation. So I think maybe I need to find a new form now, and like a new voice. I was really settling into this one.
Yeah, that just doesn't change when you change.
I put this on. This is, yeah.
I think a new form would be enough, and then many people would have, I've heard, have accents
Oh, this
like
is
that.
my voice.
I was about to say, yeah.
Let us think on it. Maybe perhaps find another inn to sleep or just somewhere else. Although, let us not need to do this. I can, now that I feel like the town seems to be getting smaller, I'll put guards up so that we are well aware in advance of any intrusions. Let us try and get some more sleep for the evening. And
I think all of us not being in separate rooms is an idea also.
correct, yeah, stay here. I'll put guards up. It's easier for me to cast that spell anyway.
Okay. Will we all fit in here? Will we all fit in here?
Lila produces bedrolls required. Materializing out of the carpet.
All the shattered glass about.
That's all gone.
Is there?
That's all gone.
Well, the windows are all shattered.
Oh, sure.
Is there any commotion outside now, or?
Looking outside, you can see that the town is the distribution.
fire's been put out.
The distribution center has been extinguished.
Everything's fine and dandy.
Yeah.
There's the peoples have now started to head on home, though there's the normal crowd noises that occur after an event of some kind through dispersion. Guards are kindly out and guiding people back home. As you all start to calm in the evening and Lila's promise of protection rings in your ears after the ringing, you notice one more time Locke, the book. The humming subsides as well.
Thank God for that.
And though another page of this book opens up, the last thing you read in this book, as it almost draws you to it from that humming ceasing, are the words on the page, the present. And with that thought in your mind and that slight confusion at hand, we will leave it there for the evening. Thank you very much.
I don't know what that noise was.
I think you were trying with a wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, but
Hey,
that was
well
poor.
done, all of you.
That was very poor.
That was a bit of an exciting evening. Thank you. I enjoyed that. I hope you all did too. I've got a raid all ready
You've already
to
got
go.
one? Go raid.
It's our usual.
Oh, wiki wade.
It's our waka 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 wade.
What? Hey, do we level up again?
No. Hey, LNL, back to
We're
you.
level 6, aren't we?
We're going to start
Yay.
raiding LNL.
LNL did all of the not all, did a lot of the music for Castleton.
Yeah.
And also has a bunch of their own music out at the moment. It's really fucking cool. Has done a lot of stuff for Split the Party too.
And thank you everyone who stayed with the raids. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for the follows. Really appreciate your presence and lurk and chats. Super happy to have you. And tomorrow I might be streaming all day.
Everyone bully Michele into finally playing Baldur's Gate.
I'll do like a bit of a variety stream tomorrow. I might stream like different games, but we'll see how we go. Have a great night, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you hopefully next week, if not sooner. Goodbye.
I'm looking forward to seeing Nix again so I can go, who's got 3 thumbs and doesn't give a shit.